Student Government Association of Albertville High School would like to welcome you to McCord Field at Vernon Wells Stadium for the 2024 homecoming festivities. On behalf of the SGA of Albertville High School, we would like to thank all the students and families who helped make homecoming week successful. The winners of this year's float competition are: second place, the senior class. The winner of the 2024 homecoming float competition is the junior class. Congratulations. The Albertville homecoming court is composed of 4 girls from each of the freshman, sophomore, and junior class. 6 girls were elected from the senior class, one of which will be crowned as the 2024 Albertville homecoming queen tonight. Representing the freshman class, Miss Molly Beck, daughter of Heather and Derek Beck, escorted by her father, Derek Beck. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Molly Beck. Miss Reagan Conley, daughter of Fallon and Josh Conley, escorted by her father, Josh Conley. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Reagan Conley. Miss Finley Fox, daughter of Amanda and Clint Fox, escorted by her father, Clint Fox. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Finley Fox. Miss Peyton Jones, daughter of Faye and Tim Jones, escorted by her brother, Gage Coral. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Peyton Jones. Representing the sophomore class, Miss Desiree Barber, daughter of Andrea and Roosevelt Oliver, escorted by her father, Roosevelt Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Desiree Barber. Miss Selah Benefield, daughter of Natasha and Adam Walker, escorted by her father, Adam Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sailor Benefield. Miss Emily Cootie, daughter of Leah Cootie and Jason Cootie, escorted by her father, Jason Cootie. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emily Cootie. Miss Bianca Flores, daughter of Cassandra Oliveras and Manuel Flores, escorted by her brother, Aiden Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bianca Flores. Representing the junior class, Miss Brianna Cortez, daughter of Lilia Cortez and Fernando Garcia, escorted by her father, Fernando Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brianna Cortez. Miss Stacy Garcia, daughter of Sandra Garcia and Abraham Garcia, escorted by her cousin, Luis Garcia. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stacy Garcia. Miss Lauren Murphy, daughter of Michelle and Shane Murphy, escorted by her father, Shane Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lauren Murphy. Miss Natalie Ritchie. Daughter of Luis and Jeannie Ritchie, escorted by her father, Luis Grissom. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Natalie Ritchie. Representing the senior class, Miss Shallow Barreto, daughter of Melita Perez and Jorge Barreto, escorted by her father, Jorge Barreto. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Shallow Barreto. Miss Bailey Gerald, daughter of Sissy Gerald, escorted by her stepfather, Christopher Havis. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bailey Gerald. Miss Lupita Lopez Pacheco, daughter of Veronica Rios and Joaquin Lopez, escorted by her father, Joaquin Lopez. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lupita Lopez Pacheco. Miss Ruby Perez Arriaga, daughter of Angeles Arriaga and Rolando Perez, escorted by her father, Rolando Perez. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ruby Perez Arriaga. Miss Michaela Reynoso Ramos, daughter of Lily and Chris Johnson, escorted by her father, Chris Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Michaela Reynoso Ramos. Miss Brianna Vasquez, daughter of Celsa and Benito Vasquez, escorted by her friend, Oscar Perez. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brianna Vasquez. Now I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Stephen Hudgens, principal of Albertville High School, accompanied by Miss Esmeralda Escobar Ramirez, the 2023 Homecoming Queen, who will now crown the 2024 Albertville High School Homecoming Queen. Miss Brianna Vasquez. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Albertville Homecoming Queen, Miss Brianna Vasquez, and her court. We hope you have enjoyed the homecoming program and crowning of this year's queen. We would also like to thank the Albertville Flower Market for donating the court's flowers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand for the playing of the Albertville High School alma mater.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Welcome back. You know it's a windy night when the medical tent on the sideline just flew up into the first two rows of the crowd. I think everybody is okay. This is crazy. Hurricane Helene just won't go home and go to bed. Keith is trying to make his way to the middle of the field, and he's walking against the wind.
I think Keith's leaning. He's actually leaning into the wind.
Keith, are you okay?
I'm making it, guys. Hang on just a second.
Okay, Keith's making his way to the middle of the field. It's at least
on a job.
The rain is just a light rain, or is the rain stopped?
It stopped for now.
Okay.
All right, Grissom's won the toss, and they're deferring the second half.
Good job. In case you missed it for those at home, the closed caption, Grissom won the toss. They've deferred to the second half.
How about I jogged from the restroom, just to give some backstory?
I wouldn't call that a jog.
Well, it's the best I can do now, guys.
I'm not sure what you called of it. I wouldn't win the medal.
And I get out there just in time for him to step back and almost hit me when he said they deferred the second half.
He almost run into you.
But I truly believe, Keith, you'd have got there 5 seconds sooner without the wind. You were leaning.
Right. Yeah. Like Chris was saying in the pregame, we found out this week Jakari Kirkland not dressed. I believe high ankle sprain, so he's out. We've also lost Rich Revolt, the number 2 back. So now you turn to the number 3 back, but luckily he's a good one. The G-man, Ginsley Surratt, he's a good one. But again, looking at a knife trader, you got 2 knife traders running the offense in the backfield.
Well, you're exactly right. With C.J. Zuniga back there at quarterback, and you've got Ginsley Surratt back there in the backfield. Barry Ginsley's actually, we've got to see him a little bit in the second half of the last 3 games. Hard-nosed runner, likes to get north and south. Also spelling him is going to be Jacob Laughlin. But remember that Laughlin plays on defense, so we're going to have to sparingly use him on the offensive side. And just to let you know as well, the young man that you said that was injured.
Kirkland and Revolt.
Yeah, Jakari actually has an ACL. He's out
he's got
for
the
year.
ACL. Okay, Rich has the high ankle sprain.
Rich has got the high ankle sprain. There's a possibility of him coming back, but as for Jakari's pretty much done for the season.
Because he has such promise, too. Jakari's just learning the game, basically, and here he is out for the year. So now you come into the game with a team that you actually match up well with. Grissom, a team we almost beat last year. Lost by a point. Grissom, they lost to James Clemens last week, 38-18. Here's an interesting game. Grissom plays at Guntersville next week.
Oh, wow.
How about that? That's an unusual.
And they're in a Guntersville bye week this week.
You're hoping for your bye, for your non-region week.
Yeah, so they came to Albertville this week. They come to Guntersville next week. I told Coach Dutton, he said, just got some rooms at the state park. They could have had virtual school there, and he wouldn't even have to worry about going home.
And next week the Aggies will be off, but we're going to bring you a game love doing Geraldine football. Geraldine playing at home against Collinsville, big region game. So we'll be in Geraldine coming up next Friday, and we're giving John the week off.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I was thinking about taking some time off, Barry, but they said that there may be a number 2 hurricane coming through the Gulf again next week. And if that's the case, then I'm not going to drive to a hurricane.
All right, so the Aggies are trying to break a 23-game losing streak. This is the best chance we've had in a few weeks. Playing, not knocking Grissom, but on paper, Grissom is probably, I would say, the second weakest region team in our region, if you want to look at it that way. And then we've got Huntsville. Then you get into the remainder of the region opponents. Then you finish up with Guntersville. We're set to go. Grissom with their kind of gray trousers, white. It's like Clemson, basically, without the Clemson paw on the helmet. White shirts, orange numerals, orange helmets. Aggies in solid black on black with the white numerals. And appreciate you joining us. We're set to go. Crowd's still trying to come in. There are a lot of them waiting in the car because of that last rain band came through, and there's more to the east, but hopefully we can get the game in. But more, the wind is blowing in the Aggies' face. You're looking at 20, 25, 30-mile-an-hour wind gust. So Grissom has the win at their back to begin. So if we have to punt, it's going to be interesting to see a punt in this kind of wind. And we're almost set to go. It's hard to believe we're halfway through the high school football season. And the kick, high kick, boy, the wind has caught that one. 1 yard line. Dez will chase it back into the end zone. It went through his hands. That was like a rocket. It got up into that hurricane jet stream and took it all the way into the end zone.
Well, Dez was trying to gobble it in the 1 yard line and then turn upfield. Discretion being the better part of valor there, Keith. Might have been good for Aggies that the ball kind of did slip through his hand and go in the end zone.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try to touch that. That thing, the way the wind's blowing, guys, that thing caught some speed. I mean, you don't see a kick with that much speed that low to the ground, and that thing was moving. I don't think he's seen a kick like that. It kind of took him up by surprise.
Hey, we'll check the offensive line, John. You mentioned possibly a substitution or two. We'll see who we've got in a minute. And here we go. CJ out of the gun. He'll have the G-man. Hugh Gensley, Saran in the backfield. 2 men wide left, 2 to the right. Grissom coming out with a 4-man front. Hunter Smith in motion. Here comes a pressure. CJ back to pass. Looks, pressure, throws, incomplete. Good coverage. It threw behind Kobe Watson. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Kobe Watson, inside slot receiver, goes out, just kind of runs a hook right there in front of the linebacker. CJ trying to throw it low and away where his receiver can get to it, but Barry looked like throwing it into the wind. The nose of the football just died down into the turf, and Kobe couldn't pull it up off the turf.
You've almost got to throw the short passes only into the wind. 2nd down, hands off to G-man. He's got a hole, 25 to the 30. Sidesteps one man, 35-40 to the 43-yard line. Keith Ball, you're a big fan of the G-man. How about that run?
I love that guy, and not only is he showed some moves right there, guys. He is so physical. When a linebacker comes up and hits him, it just looks and feels different than the other running backs we have.
23-yard run to the Aggie 43-yard line. CJ heads off to the G-man. This time Grissom breaks through in the backfield. They'll hit him behind the line. They're going to give him a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Barry, we do have an injured lineman this week. Remember that Colton Battles has been out, so they've kind of moved some people around. This week, we're going to start Bray Patterson, number 77, a freshman, but Barry, a good-sized freshman, 6'2", 235 there up front.
They take the running back out, the G-man. They're going to have just CJ in the backfield with 5 wide receivers, 2 right, 3 left. A different look for Grissom. You got to think they're going to throw it short. The wind right in the face of CJ. The snap to CJ, drops back, has time, rolls right side, looks, throws it down the field. Kobe's got it. Oh, he dropped it at the 39-yard line into the wind, John. That was a very good pass.
The great pass. Slot receiver, as you said, number 14, Watson. He was running a flag route. He gets to about the 42-yard line, then breaks it off, headed toward the 35 at a 45-degree angle. CJ does a great job of laying it up there. Watson just cannot haul it in.
And just like we talked to Coach Brown, those kind of passes you've got to catch. CJ back to pass, has time, throws down the middle. Hunter Smith is there, bobbles it, incomplete. That was a good lick by the defensive back, knocking the ball loose. Hunter was there. But, Chris, I'm impressed. Wow. Into the wind. That was a good pass.
It sure was. And, hey, guys, those passes have been on the money. Both of those completions should have been caught. Well,
I'll take Hunter Smith. That was a little bit harder to catch, yeah, but
unfortunately incomplete. 4th down to 13. Now, John, we get the bunt into this 30-mile-an-hour breeze.
Yeah, no, and this is one thing that I was kind of watching in pregame, that both teams were kicking with the wind at their back and the wind in their face. This might actually bode well for Hunter because he likes to do that soccer style and keep it low.
High snap. He pulls it down. No pressure at all. Low line drive. It's going to bounce to the 50, roll to the 45, and dive to the 48-yard line. Finally, it's down. He was trying to kick it low. I don't think he meant to kick it quite that low. It's almost a ground ball up the middle. So Grissom takes over on their 48-yard line. I'll tell you, I'm surprised with the play calling. Not that it was bad, but the fact that we chose to throw it, 3 times in a row, and the passes were not bad.
Well, and, Ginsley Sarant got a great run. It was able to move the ball up the field. But then what took them out of their play calling is on the next play, Barry, you remember they got a 5-yard loss in the backfield.
Seth Lieber, the quarterback, big guy, 6'2", 212. He's got one back behind him. His running back is DJ Padgett. So see if Grissom can have any success running the ball against us. 1st and 10. Strong breeze at their back. Lieber hands off to Padgett. Padgett up the middle. He's hit at the 50, fighting to the 49. Nice job that time by the Aggie defense. Peyton Jones and Hunter Smith wraps him up for a gain of about 4.
Well, that's a name that you've called a lot over the past few weeks, Barry. Peyton Jones. Remember that he was a safety last year. Moved him into that linebacker position, and he's coming up big for the Aggies this year.
2nd down and 6 on the Aggie 48-yard line. Early first quarter. Grissom with the ball for the first time. No score. They stopped the Aggies. Gave them 1 first down. 2nd down and 6. Lieber, the quarterback, the snap, pitch back right side, drops the ball, fumble, it's loose. Aggies have got it. Nope, they lose it. Grissom gets it back. Aggies fell on it, but the ball squirted out from underneath the Aggie. I think that was Froelich. And then Grissom recovers all the way back at the Grissom 40-yard line.
Wow. You talk about one of those things. If you'll remember Tuesday night, Barry, what did Coach say? We need a few breaks to go our way. We need a fumble or something early to go our way. Right there, Seth Lieber just kind of misses on the pitch. Ball's on the ground, but Froelich can't gobble it up. And Seth Lieber able to come back and recover that for Grissom and dodge a big bullet.
3rd down and 18. Big loss on the play. Clock running. 9:25 to go on the quarter. Lieber out of the gun. Lieber drops back, looks left side, throws left side, throws it back. The wind got under that one and totes it down to the 40, way overthrown. It'll be 4th down coming up for Grissom.
Keith, looks like they were trying to run a wheel route out there and get the back out of the backfield unknown to anybody. Credit Peyton Jones. Great job seeing that coming out the back door.
Yeah, you're exactly right, John. The outside receiver on that side ran a slant, taking that cornerback in. We're playing a lot of man right there, and that ball just absolutely floated. I don't know what this punt might go 90 yards, guys.
Punter steps back. Lieber, the quarterback, is also the punter. He's standing on his 28. Hunter Smith back on the Aggie 20. Clock stopped. 9:16 to go in the quarter. So the Aggie defense held the snap, line, drive. Well, if it went off the side of its foot, almost goes into the crowd. To see where they marked this one out of bounds, it took a quick right turn.
Did Kobe Watson get a piece of that with his finger?
It looked like somebody got a piece of it.
I think Kobe Watson with, what do you call that finger? The bird finger?
Yeah.
Whatever. I think he caught the tip into that.
Yeah.
Keith, you were down there at field level. It looked like Watson may have got a fingertip on that.
As my youngest daughter says, the no good finger.
The no good finger.
I think he got a hand on it, and hey, this is a break we need really bad.
Yeah, they mark it on the 35-yard line, so a break for Albertville. So now let's get the offense going. CJ hands off to Sarant. Sarant hits the line. They're going to stack him up about a yard gain. The middle of the Grissom defense gives him a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9, maybe 8.5.
Keep doing that. The Aggie offensive line right now, they're going up against a defensive line that averages 6 foot, only 221. And the reason why I say only 221, Barry, the last 3 weeks those defensive lines have been 260, 270, and 280. I think our offensive line at the point of attack can move those guys around.
2nd down and 8. Ball on the Aggie 37-yard line. Sarant stands beside CJ. CJ drops back. Pressure's coming. He throws one up in the air. It hangs up, and it's caught at the 39-yard line. 35, 33. He'll be brought down. How about that play? Dez Revolte. It looked like the defenders lost it in the wind, and Dez took it out of midair.
Keith, I think that's what you would call an accidental back shoulder throw. He was throwing it. It got caught in the wind. The defenders got all discombobulated, and Dez pulls it down.
Yeah, that went from a go route to a back shoulder fade real quick, guys. This wind, he just went up high point and did what you're supposed to do as a receiver.
32-yard line. Big play for the Aggies. Handoff to Surratt. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Horse collar almost broke free, but they'll bring him down at the 31. It's a gain of about a yard. He almost broke free for a big game, but they stop him for a 1-yard run.
Wish the referees would have held that whistle for another half a second, Barry, because I think he was coming out the back door on that one.
Gain of a yard. 2nd and 9. 3 Aggies wide right side. 1 to the left. Clock running. 7:41 to go in the first quarter. CJ, and there's a whistle.
That play was open, too.
Yeah. CJ was going to keep this one left side, and he had some running room, but I think somebody jumped.
Keith, looked like the Aggies were trying to hurry up, come to the line of scrimmage, get a play off while Grissom was still trying to figure out defensively, and an Albertville Aggie just couldn't hold his water for the snap.
Yeah, and guys, it looks like, you know, we talked about it. We were young and we've moved some guys around, but it looks like Christian Ramirez is playing center tonight, not guard or tackle. And then Kellen Hampton has moved to right guard, like you said, along with the freshman tackle coming in. So, you know, it might take them a play or two to kind of get everything dialed in.
2nd down and 14 with a 5-yard penalty. Aggies on the Grissom 36-yard line. CJ, nobody in the backfield, drops back, has time, throws it over the middle, got a man, Hunter Smith, threw it behind him, incomplete. Give a lot of credit to the wind on that one. I think the wind has kind of killed it, and the ball just died.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Barry, I think he had Hunter Smith on a day where the wind is calm. Hunter Smith running a post pattern got behind the linebackers in front of the secondary, but I believe the wind pushed that to where it was kind of a back shoulder. Maybe lucky that the safety didn't intercept that one as well.
Well, like CJ took something off of that one. You got to put some zip on these in this game. You can't just float them over the middle, because that ball just kind of started flying away from Hunter Smith. CJ back to pass. Quarterback keeper. He's got some room. 30 to the 25 to the 20. Lowers his head. Throws him out of bounds. Should be a flag, and there it is. Late call, but it's a personal foul. Grissom, he was already out of bounds, and he threw him almost into the cheerleaders.
Man, what a great call, Coach. You're down there field level. Everybody backing up. Wide receivers run everybody. Deep design quarterback draw, and the freshman is able to move the chain.
Yeah, and you had Big D-Man opening up a hole right there for him. He followed him right through the hole. Great run, great play call by the offensive staff. Definitely a 15-yarder on the end of that one.
They had the call a few minutes ago, and then they had the offsides. That time the play was there, and a big gain for CJ, plus the penalty. They're going to mark it off down to the Grissom 20, let's see, half the distance to about the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. So the Aggies threatening with 7:04 to go in the quarter. They take it all the way down to the 10.5-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. They can get another first down at about the half-yard line.
Well, this is exactly what Albertville needed early in this game, Barry. Getting that confidence early.
CJ drops back, looks at the end zone, throws it to the end zone. Hunter goes up, tap, it's knocked away. That was going to be probably out of bounds had Hunter made the catch out of the end zone, but the defensive back slaps it away, incomplete.
Looks like it was just going to a jump ball, a fade. It was going to be Hunter Smith versus the defensive back. But, Barry, I think you alluded to it. The wind carried that one out of bounds. Even if he would have been able to bring it down, he would not have been able to get his feet in for the score.
I try the right side. So we're saying basketball player, I think he can go up and get it, Chris.
Yeah, I'm worried about this wind, too, guys. Right in the face.
Here we go, 2nd down at 10. CJ drops back, flags are down. Oh, man, then I think they're going to go to Kobe Watson over the middle. Kobe broke free in the end zone. He was open.
CJ's got to let your back get set. That time the back kind of moved from behind him to the side. He kind of in the shotgun, John, and CJ's got to get that extra second. Let him come set. If he doesn't, we're going to get a flag every time.
So back it up 5 now. It's 2nd and 15 from the 15.5-yard line. Clock's running. 6:49 to go in the quarter. No score. Aggies threatening. They're on the Grissom 15.5-yard line. 2 receivers right side. Kobe Watson and Talik Saint. You got Des Revolt and Hunter Smith wide left. CJ steps back, drops back. He's going to keep it himself. Up the middle. Cuts left to the 10, to the 9. Steps out of bounds. Good run by CJ. They're going to mark him out of bounds at about the 6-yard line, about a 9-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
Jink, you keep stats week in and week out. Looks like this might be a new wrinkle in the offense. CJ running these design quarterback draws. I don't think we've seen that all season long.
That's 21 yards for CJ tonight.
He's showing some speed that time.
Yeah.
And wisely steps out of bounds.
We got them leveraged on that play. They don't have an outside linebacker. The way we're got it designed with the receivers the other side, there's nobody on this side. It's a really good play call.
3rd down and 5. I think we're in 2-down territory if we don't get it here. We can make it to the half-yard line. CJ back to pass. Pressure's coming over the middle. Got it. Hunter Smith with the catch. Touchdown. What a catch by Hunter Smith. That was way out in front of him. Reached out, grabbed it for the touchdown.
Great job there by Hunter Smith. He lined up as that inside slot receiver. We said it again, Barry. It was the same exact play. They just had to squeeze it down to get it into the end zone. Hunter Smith comes under the line, or excuse me, over the linebackers, undercuts the safety, gets his hands out in front of him, high points that ball, brings it into his chest. That is a great catch in the middle of the end zone.
I thought he led him too much in the end zone, but great job by Hunter. Now for the point after the snap. There's a flag before the snap.
I think we're going to get to move it up a little bit there offsides.
I'd consider going for 2. Put it on if they're going to move it half a distance. Or are they going to see what the call is? Or will they assist us on the kick? And I think they will. So the point is good. Still no signal. Well, they're bringing them back out.
We don't want to kick it again. We hit that.
Declined. What? I'm not sure. Well, we're going to re-kick it. It was penalty against Grissom.
Guys, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I thought the kick was good. Why don't you just take the kick?
Well, if they're in the neutral zone at the time of the snap, remember, it's high school ball.
I'd take the penalty and go for 2. Now for the point after. We'll try it again. Good snap. It's down. The kick is up in the air. Looks good from here. It is good. Aggies with a rare lead. We'll take a timeout. 6:26 to go in the first. Aggies up 7-0. You're listening to Albertville Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, on our core values and in our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this Community Channel broadcast.
Scoring drive.
After the Aggies do a really great job on defense, forcing a Grissom punt. They started their own 35-yard line. 7 plays, 65 yards later, C.J. Zuniga able to hit Hunter Smith on a 6-yard touchdown pass. Extra point up and good. The Aggies strike first blood on homecoming, Barry. 7-0 Albertville.
It has been a while since we've had a lead. I don't know the last time we've had a lead. I don't know if it's been this year.
I think it was Grissom last year, wasn't it?
It might have been. So that was just a great job by Hunter Smith. He made 2 fantastic catches, especially the touchdown catch.
The girl cheerleaders are having to come up in the stands and hand the footballs off. They can't throw them in the wind.
Got to have a holder for the kick because we're kicking into the wind. Well, the wind is tough. 20, 30 mile an hour gust. Here's a kick, high kick, short kick. That's the kind you want to leave on the field because that thing is hard to judge if you're the return team. You could easily recover an onside kick. It goes out of bounds, though. So Grissom will start in good field position.
the guy who has the highest heart rate on the field right now, Barry, is number 88 for Grissom. That ball, as you said, high in the air, coming to him. He's trying to come over to the near boundary. He's having to make a judgment call. It gets out of bounds, but for a moment, I think he thought he was going to have to field that with the Aggies bearing down on him.
Guys, I'm not sure if we're kicking into the wind. We don't need to squib that thing and keep it on the ground. Now, pooch it when we're going. We got the wind in our back. That'll help, or just get it to the end zone.
The Grissom will start on the 45-yard line. First down, good start. 6:26 to go in the opening quarter. Last time the Aggie defense shut them down. Quarterback Lieber went back behind him. 2 receivers right side. They'd love to try to run the ball. Didn't do a very good job last time against the Aggies. Play clock down to 5, down to 4, down to 3. Better hurry. Now finally the snap. Hands off up the middle. He's going to be popped. Christian Ramirez is there. Maybe a yard. Just a big pile of humanity right there at the line of scrimmage. 3-4 Aggies making the tackle. You've got Christian. You've got Froelich. You've got about 3 or 4 other Aggies.
It's a really good job by the interior of the defensive line. Yes, they gave up about 1.5 yards, but that was it. Offensive line able to fire off from Grissom, but our defensive line equally able to match them. Nowhere for the running back to go, Barry, and a minimal gain on first down.
Woodruff checks in the backfield. 2 receivers right side. Second down and 8, gain of 2 halfway through the first quarter. Aggies up 7-0. Man in motion, pitch back to him. He gets away from one man being chased. Tries to cut the left corner. They got him. Great tackle back at the 42-yard line. Who was the Aggie that chased him down? I can't see from here.
It was Hunter Smith, I believe.
Hunter brings him down for a loss on the play, so a loss of about 3-4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Never going to get credit, never going to get his name called on this, but I want senior Jacob Laughlin to know that I saw it. Coach, he's able to come upfield from his defensive end position, push the tackle in the way of the running back, forces the running back to get deeper in the backfield, and Hunter able to come up and make a beautiful tackle.
3rd down and 12, back on the 43. Lieber rolls right side, looks, throws, incomplete. Had a man double covered downfield. Kobe Watson and Hunter Smith did a great job in coverage. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Trying to get C.J. Washington here along the near boundary, but the defensive end once again on this side able to seal it. Lieber not able to get to the sidelines and use his legs possibly to get a first down. Has to get it out here. Wynn takes that pass, gets it away from his receiver Washington, and the Aggie defense once again standing true.
And they'll punt it away again. Hunter Smith steps back inside his 20-yard line. 5:15 to go. The kick, it's going to be a low kick, but it's going to bounce. Hunter's going to get away from this one. What a bounce. Inside the 20, down to about the 10. It was like one of those old rubber footballs you used to play with in the backyard. Is that thing even legal?
That one was made by Mattel, guys. There's no doubt about that.
Made by Mattel.
Yeah. I think Nerf recalled those 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you remember when you played PE with those balls, if somebody threw it to you, broke every bone in your hand.
Oh,
you caught it.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to go like see an orthopedic guy after PE. It was horrible.
They down the ball at the 9-yard line. How important is this drive, John? You just come off a touchdown. You haven't had a chance to have a 2-touchdown lead in years.
In a long time. But what has to happen now is, yes, you've got the lead, and it's different, guys, playing with the lead than it is playing from behind. The Aggies have got to stay within themselves. CJ's got to calm himself down. Man, if we could put together a 91-yard drive.
CJ hands off to Laredo up the middle. He's got a little room, 10. He's going to be chopped down around the 13-yard line. Boy, if he got around that one man, he had some sideline, Chris.
Yeah, he did.
Said, still a good run by Laredo, a gain of about 3. They're going to give him 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know, last night, Barry, if you watched Army play Temple, they just kept nickel and diming on the ground. Seems like that's what Albert wants to do tonight.
Laredo again, right side, same spot. This time, not as much success. He will dive forward for a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 4, just past the 15-yard line.
Key feels like Coach Karcher, maybe with that ball at his own 9-yard line, playing with the lead, conservative with these first 2 calls, just trying to get out of the shadow of his own goalpost and not have any kind of mistake down here to give Grissom a short field.
Well, and you've got that wind blowing in your face. I think we could open it up a little bit when we get to going the other way in the second quarter.
I'd run C.J. again, quarterback keeper. C.J. back to pass, going to roll right side. He wants to run. He's going to tuck it and run, but this time no success. I don't think that was a design run, but he tried to get something. He's going to be short of the first down, knocked out of bounds. May have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Barry, I think you're right. I think he was looked like maybe he got a little squeamish in the pocket, with the pocket kind of breaking down on him a little bit, bounced it out to the outside, thought that he had some green grass out there, but Grissom's defensive backs did a great job to recover, get him out of bounds, maybe a gain of a half a yard.
I like his headsy play there because he saw there was nothing there. Pressure was coming. He tried to make something and just steps out of bounds instead of taking a sack. No gain. It's 4th and 4. Now Hunter's got to punt it into the wind. Again, Grissom should get it back in great shape. Clock stopped, 4:01 to go in the quarter. The snap, no pressure. Hunter, much better kick, but the wind's going to kill it around the 36. He's going to bounce to the 40, to the 43. Ford still rolling to the 45. Finally, the Aggie 46 is where they'll spot it, and that's where Grissom will start in our territory. Grissom trails by 7, and the offense so far, they've had 2 3-and-outs. So far, Grissom's offense has done nothing, Chris.
As you're handing, they're probably 5 yards of offense right now for the Grissom Tigers.
If you're the Aggie defense, you've got to be feeling pretty good about yourself because you've got a lot of rest. Usually by now you've been on the field about the entire first quarter.
Well, and not only that, but just, think about it, guys. They're looking at the scoreboard. Defensively, they're trotting out there looking at Aggie 7, Grissom Tigers 0. That's enough to make you excited to want to play defense.
Lieberman, the quarterback, out of the gun, man in motion right side, steps back, looks right side, throws, got a man over the middle, 40. Oh, it's a foot race to the 35, to the 30. They turn him back inside, 20 to the 15, breaks a tackle, and he will take it in. Great play call, touchdown Grissom.
Keith, did you see that? They brought all of the eye candy to our near boundary. Seth Lieberman looks this way like it's going to be a wide receiver screen, and that inside slot receiver just kind of runs behind the linebackers in the middle of the field. He's got 2 linemen that are downfield on that screen, and he gets in behind them, and then he's able to pop it and take it all the way to the house.
Yeah, John, and that was busted coverage. When they sent the back in motion to see if we were in man, we had 2 guys vacate the middle of the field, 2 linebackers, and chased and left us in a bad spot in the middle of the field.
7-6, Grissom trying to tie it up. The snap, it's down, it's up in the air, looks good, and we are tied. We'll take a timeout. 3:36 to go in the first, tied at 7. You're listening to Albertville Football on Power 107.5.
Bright stadium lights.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Well, quickly they tied up. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring drive.
Wow, when, Coach told us on Tuesday, we've got to limit those explosive plays from Grissom, and right there, a Grissom explosive play after forcing an Albertville punt, one play, 46 yards the distance from Lieberman to Taylor, extra point up and good. We are all knotted up here at McCord Field, 7-all.
Grissom set to kick. one play, you know, just busted coverage. We talked about it in the pregame. Coach says you got so many young players. Do you ever get out of the ring in the wrong spot, lose track of what you're supposed to be doing, they can kill you. That time it did. At a moment when the Aggies kind of had Grissom down, we're up 7-0, had the ball back, and they stopped us on 3 plays. Then the very first play when they get the ball back, they take advantage of a good field position and put up 7 points. We'll have the wind in the second quarter. So far, the wind hasn't really bothered us that much. We've done well throwing into the wind. So Grissom set to kick. Line drive. This one's going to go into the concession stand. And Aggies will bring it out on the 20-yard line.
Ball in the end zone for first down. Aggies from the 20-yard line.
So the Aggies will come out. Sarant, we've run the ball well. CJ's taken a couple of runs himself, done well. The passing, for that matter, is looked pretty good, even though we're throwing into the wind.
Well, I think, Barry, you know, once a few moments ago, the drive started inside your 10-yard line. You did a good job to get it out here to about the 18, and then you just had a punt, and then you had a miscue on communication. Now you start at the 20 and say, guys, we've done this once before. Let's put everything together and put another drive, because we know that we can do it, because we've already got 7 points on the board.
20-yard line, you got 4 receivers, 3 wide right, 1 to the left. CJ drops back, has time, throws. Hunter's got it, catch. 35-yard, stiff arms one man to the 40, runs over another man, goes out of bounds. That should be another flag. Guy came in and landed on him out of bounds with a shoulder. No flag there, but Hunter, how about that catch and that run, Keith Ball?
What a throw, guys. What a throw. I'm standing behind the play. You talking about threading the needle right over the outside linebacker's head. And great concentration by Hunter, able to hold on to that one. That's impressive.
A good run after the catch, 21-yard gain. It's 1st and 10. CJ drops back, has time, throws it deep left side. Rez is there. He's got it, but he's out of bounds. He does drop it. The wind kind of carried it, pushed it out of bounds. Dez had 2 steps on the defender, John.
I don't think Grissom realized exactly how fast Dez Revolt is. He took off like a cannon. The defensive back, the cornerback here on the near side, lost him. And then even the safety coming over the top couldn't get there in time, Barry. There was a window. If Dez catches it and CJ keeps that in the field of play, guys, that's a touchdown. Wind just carried it. Now, hey, credit Dez. He tried to change his body and turn his body and contort the body around. Just couldn't bring it in with his hands as he was going out of bounds.
I'm not sure why the clock is running on the out of bounds incompletion. It's still running. Still running, okay. 41-yard line. Hand off to the G-man up the middle. They're going to stand him up. He'll fight for a couple of yards, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Now they stop the clock. I think they're trying to get the clock set.
Well, in this situation, guys, I wish it would keep running, because if we can hold this ball and get to the second quarter, we can come back this way and stop throwing in this wind.
And now they've stopped it, so I think they're a little backwards on how this works. But it's 3rd down and 9 from the 42-yard line. Now it's running. CJ from the gun drops back. Pressure's coming. A lot of pressure. Throws a little screen. Got his man, Laredo. Sidesteps one man, fighting to the 48. Close, but not enough. Is going to be short by about 2 to 3 yards. And Christian couldn't get out of his way and try to block for him. But Laredo, good run after the catch. Almost an Aggie first down.
Yeah, and when they want to pressure, invite that pressure. They did. The defensive line came upfield. CJ able to dump it over their heads to Laredo. He gets behind the offensive line, and now Albertville looks like they may be going for it on 4th and 3.
I think we may try to pull it off sides, or maybe a quarterback keeper. We'll see. 4th down and 3. CJ lines up. Nope, we're going to go. The snap. CJ, pressure's coming. Rolls right side. They got him. Going to sling him down back at the 40-yard line. You got to block. He didn't have time to find anybody. Pressure, a sack all the way back to the 40. Grissom takes over on downs.
And guys, Keith, you hate to say it, but they're rolling the pocket. Your offensive line has got to roll with you, and they didn't roll the way that they should have, and in doing that left some gaps, and 2 defenders able to get through those gaps, and just nowhere for CJ to go.
Yeah, they got there fast, guys. Backside looked like to me, John, it came off the backside, maybe between guard and tackle. And I mean, I think we were trying to run sticks all over the field, but just didn't have enough time to even run a 5-yard route.
Officials stop the action. Do we have a timeout? Let's see. I think we do.
Yeah, I think Coach Brown wants to talk to him about it.
Let's call a timeout. Clock is still running. 141 is still running. We're during the timeout. 1:41 to go. No telling when it'll be. We'll come back. We'll take a timeout. We're tied at 7. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5. had a sack. They're all the way back to the 40-yard line. They turned it over on downs. Grissom's taken over. 1:37 to go in the first quarter. We are tied at 7, and Grissom has the ball on our 40-yard line after the turnover on downs.
I wonder why Coach Brown called that. I wonder if it was just to get the defense kind of calm down and say, guys, we just need you to hold on for right now.
Lieber, the quarterback, out of the gun. Little pitch, ends around, trying to get around the corner. He's not going to get there. Hunter Smith, what a tackle. Hit him in the backfield. Hunter Smith is playing, it's probably the best defense I've seen him play this year.
Hey, and this time, I know Hunter Smith made the tackle.
Yep.
But the 5'11", 185-pound junior Mason Froelich, number 30, is not going to get anywhere in your little stat book over there, Gene. But he took the offensive tackle and pushed him back to where the running back had to change his direction and go around him. When he did that, Hunter Smith able to come up and make the tackle.
2nd and 12, loss of 2, back to the 43, a minute to go in the quarter. Lieber, the quarterback, man in motion. I think he jumped. Going to throw to the middle, got it, and bobbles it, incomplete. Almost a great catch, but he could not hang on. It would have been enough for the first, and said incomplete, 3rd and 12.
That time, they brought some eye candy to the near boundary again. It looked real similar to kind of that skinny post action, Keith, that got the big touchdown. Looks like they were trying to get man coverage and get behind Hunter with that eye candy. Nearly worked again.
It really did, and we've got to adjust to that. They're seeing if we're still in man when they motion that tailback out there, and somebody's got to stay in the middle.
3rd down and 12. Lieber steps back. Pressure's coming, throws it short, got a man. Oh, he is hit hard. 44-yard line. He did it again. There we go. Peyton Jones hit him when he made the catch. Took his cleats out from under him. First thing he hit was the back of his head. Hangs on, but no gain, a loss of a yard.
Looks like the offensive coordinator for Grissom is trying to take one away from the offensive coordinator of Albertville. This time on his 3rd down, he tries to throw a middle screen. Sniffed out perfectly by linebacker Peyton Jones, and as soon as the running back caught it, was absolutely demolished at the 43-yard line.
That was a hard hit, Chris.
Oh.
He destroyed him.
Sure enough.
Grissom looks like they'll punt it away.
That's a dream hit, guys, because he had no idea it was coming.
4th and 13. Last play of the quarter, the kick, punt, away from everybody, got to bounce at the 10, get in that end zone, and it does as the clock winds down and the quarter is over. We'll take a timeout and come back with the 2nd quarter as the Aggies take over. It's 7-7. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application to the approval or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
2nd quarter coming up, and switching ends of the field. At least now we have the wind at our back, but Chris, overall, Zuniga did a good job throwing into the wind.
Oh, absolutely, guys. Hey, first quarter, he was 5 of 10 for 56 yards passing. Rushing-wise, guys, we have rushed the ball 11 times for almost 50 yards in the first quarter.
Well, he was 5 of 10, but considering he was throwing into a very strong wind. Back to the action. CJ back to pass. Throws it deep right side. Dez is there. Turns around. Got it. Oh, he dropped it when he hit the turf. Dez almost made a catch of the year. He turned around, dove midair, grabbed it, hit the ground, but the ball popped loose.
If the ground can't cause a fumble, why can the ground cause an incompletion?
Yes.
Because he caught that one in the air and landed right here in front of us at the 45-yard line, and the ground knocked it out. But once again, Dez getting behind the cornerback. He's in a spot, and C.J. puts it perfectly away from the safety, and Dez just can't haul it in. That's twice that he's had a chance to do that.
That was a perfect pass, almost an unbelievable catch. 2nd and 10. C.J. drops the ball, picks it up, hands off to G-Man. He will break one tackle, but not the next. Luckily, to get anything out of it, C.J. dropped the snap, took a good bounce, handed it to G-Man. He gains a yard, third down and 9.
Last year, guys, if that happens, C.J. panics. This year, you can see him. I know he's a freshman, but growing into that role, drops the snap. What does he do? Picks it up, quickly gets it into G-Man's hands. 1 yard gain, but you're seeing the growing of that quarterback from last year to this year.
Yeah, he's grown up a ton, John, and he does it every week in front of our eyes.
3rd down, C.J. back to pass. Pressure's coming, rolls right side, throws it back. He's got his man, Saint, bobbles it, hangs on, 35, 1st down, 36. He bobbled it, but give C.J. a lot of credit. He had pressure right in his face, threw it. Talik bobbled it, made the catch, 1st down, Albertville.
Keith, one of those wide receivers, I think, ran the wrong route. And what happened is there were two in the same area. The defensive backs converged on the run in the front, leaving Talik wide open. And C.J. just loops it over both of them, playing pitch and catch in Grandma's backyard.
And I think the wind helped us in that one, John. That carried right to him.
3 men wide, right side. Clock running, 10:45 to go on the half. C.J. the snap drops back, has time. Pressure's coming now. Throws, almost picked off at the 48. That time he followed Talik all the way across the field, and the defensive back almost had an interception, but luckily incomplete.
Yeah, that was number 22 defensive back, Kayshawn Barnes. Barry, I agree with you. He saw that coming the entire time.
He sure did.
And nearly jumped that route from a safety position to make the interception.
Wind gust of 29 miles an hour, according to our engineer, Russ. Appreciate it, Russ. 29 miles an hour. Wow.
Man.
Luckily, we've got the wind at our back on this drive. Clock stopped, 10:39 to go on the half. 3 men wide right side, 2nd and 10. C.J. drops back, has time, throws left side, throws it over the head of Dez. Little bump there, but it was uncatchable. That one, I don't know if the wind caught or just a bad pass, but it wasn't even close. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to go with you, Barry. I'm not going to make any assumptions. I don't know if the defensive back had it played deep and Dez just broke that route off and hoping that C.J. would see him just so that was where he's going to be covered, or if it's just the wrong route. But, once again, no harm, no foul. Ball goes away. We live for 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. Clock stopped, 10:33 to go on the half. Tied at 7. Aggies scored first. Grissom answered just a few minutes ago. We're sitting on our 36-yard line. 3rd down. C.J. goes back. He's going to keep it himself. Tucks it, runs. Gets by one man, 39, governed by the shirt tail. They're going to pull him down. It's well short of the first. That may be a design play. Not much there. He gains 3. It'll be 4th down. I would think we'd punt the ball and try to pin him back maybe inside the 20.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Coach is going to do. Discretion, the better part of valor here in a 7-7 ball game. Jink, I'm going to come back to you. It seems like that new quarterback draw, design quarterback draw, new wrinkle in the offense as C.J. kind of feels comfortable running that football.
Yeah, he has 20 yards on 5 carries, guys. And going back to the rushing yards right now, guys, looks like 60 yards of rushing for the Aggies.
One of the best games we've had. Hunter going to punt it away. Plenty of time. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to try to get the 1st down. 40 to the 45. Stiff arm. 1st down at midfield. No flags. Looking at the spot. Yes. 1st down, Albertville.
Great job by Hunter Smith. It seemed as if it was like a check with me. And what I mean by that is they were going to line up, see what Grissom lined up in. And then I don't know if they let Hunter make that decision or not, but nonetheless, snap, got great blocking here in the near boundary. Hunter's able to get a stiff arm at about the 45, gets the ball to the 49. That is a huge, huge play for the Aggies on a 4th down conversion.
I thought it was going to be close there, Chris. There was a defender who had an angle on it, but Hunter used a little stiff arm, got around him, and gets the 1st down after he took a lick. 1st down, 49-yard line, 9:41 to go in the half. Aggies with a new set of downs. CJ drops, hands off to Laredo. Up the middle, he's going to be jammed up at the line. No gain at all. Grissom's defense shut that one down.
Yeah, just sometimes, once again, we talked about their defensive line average is 6 foot 221. And sometimes the offensive line and the defensive line, who wins at that area of the line of scrimmage? This time it's the defensive line of Grissom. Nowhere for Laredo to go on the underneath handoff, and they just kind of gobbled him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Hunter Smith checks in. Sweat goes out. Sitting at the 49, second down and 10. You'll have Des Revolt wide right side. The left side you'll have Saint, Hunter Smith, and Kobe Watson. Laredo stays in the backfield. Play clock down to 7, down to 6. Snap to CJ. Drops, looks left side. Pressure's coming. Throws, got his man Hunter. Hunter breaks one tackle. Midfield, 45 to the 40. Stiff arm, 35, 30 to the 26. He is running like a man possessed. Keith Ball, how about that run after the catch?
Great throw. Great, and the offensive line did an awesome job right there, John, on the screen. He makes a great catch, and then he's off to the races. Broke about 4 tackles and gets down here. Great play by the Aggies.
Hunter's had a good career. This may be the best game I've ever seen him play.
Well, and I think he realizes that this may be the one game that they have a chance in his senior season to pull off a win. And right now, the Aggies starting this drive at their own 20, and Barry, they're already at the 26-yard line of Grissom.
He's lining it up offensively and defensively, Chris. I mean, he's killing them on defense.
He is.
How many catches he got so far?
That's 3 for him tonight.
And he had the touchdown for us earlier. All right, play clock into 3, down to 2. Got to go, CJ, and we've got to burn a timeout. Took too much time getting the play in, but at least no flag, and we'll take a timeout. 8:11 to go in the half, tied at 7. Aggies are threatening. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Throws these screen passes. Guys, he's vertically challenged like I am. He's having to throw around defensive players, and it really makes me nervous.
All right, Aggies at the timeout on the 26-yard line. First down, CJ drops back, looks, throws to the end zone. Dez is there. Did he make the catch? No. Double team to the end zone. That was close, though. Keith, right in front of you. He almost made a great catch.
And he had them beat, guys. Number 6 for them, John, made a great play on the ball. He was beat, but he had some really good closing speed. Came back and made a great play.
Yeah, that was the one you're talking about. I was looking it up when you said that. Number 6 is Ken Johnson, junior defensive back. You're right, Keith. I think he was beat initially, never gave up on the play, and able to get back in and get that ball batted away.
I like the call. Go for the touchdown on the first down. Hoping to catch them sleeping, but good job of Grissom secondary. Second and 10, 3 men wide. Left side, only 2 men over there covering. CJ drops back, looks. Somebody should be open. He's not going to be able to find him because they are going to wrap him up and sack him back at the 30. Had 3 men covered by 2 men. There's 1 man back about 20 yards downfield, but CJ had no time. It's going to be a loss of about 4.
And, you know, that when you look at it, somebody said it might be that draw play. That was not a draw play. Drop back in the pocket. And then CJ, did a great job of stepping up in the pocket to try to buy him a little bit more time. Barry, by the time he got ready to bail out of there, unfortunately, the pocket was collapsing around him and just nowhere for him to go.
Third down 14. I'm guessing you're in 2-down territory if you don't get it here. You don't have to have all 14 yards here. 7:21 to go in the half on the Grissom 31-yard line, tied at 7. Des Revolt, wide right side. CJ drops back, looks. Des open, right side. Going to go to Des into the end zone. Goes up, pushing and shoving, incomplete. They all 3 bumped together in the end zone. I guess I say it was anybody's football there because they're all 3 running together, incomplete.
Keith, that time it looked like that maybe the safety, kind of realizing that Dez right now seems to be his favorite target, that they cheated the safety over there that side, and the safety nearly got an interception that time.
Well, and they're doubling Dez. They've watched their film on him. He's beat some guys deep in previous games. They're going to be open. I don't know if it'd be Talik, if it may be Hunter. Right now, Tay is out there. Somebody on the other side of the field is going to be open.
Fourth down at about 14. Got to go for it. 3 men wide left. 2 to the right, and a whistle before the snap. We move again.
Yeah.
We've had so many of those with receivers jumping before the snap.
Yeah, that's what it was. One of those new receivers, Keith, you said coming off the side, and I think it might have been a receiver that was trying to make a name for himself, or he knew that he had to get into his route quickly to get the first down and left just a tick early.
He may have had a really good shot at getting the ball thrown to him right there, John. We've got numbers on the other side. I think we're in good shape over there. They've got a safety all the way over here on the numbers trying to take care of Dez. We're going to have a player on the other side open. We got to connect.
I'd throw it to Hunter. The way he's going after the football, he's going to have man-to-man coverage. I'd put it up and let him go get it. 4th down. CJ drops back to pass. Looks right side. Going to throw it right side. Bodies banging together. Incomplete. Aggies had 2 receivers close to each other. There was a busted pattern. No flags thrown. What do you think, Keith? Any pushing and shoving in there?
Not any more than, and then they've been letting them play a little bit. I don't think that was a bad call. I think, we were on this hash over here. We've got 2 receivers this side. We've got 3 the other side. I think CJ's really kind of staring this side down. He is. We've got to go the other side. You've got Hunter and Talik on the other side. Throw that thing up. Hey, put it up in the air. I feel like Hunter's going to go make a play. He usually does.
I think he was watching those 2 receivers the entire way. One of the defensive backs peeked over when they saw that. That's why you had 3 defenders and 2 receivers in the same area. So Grissom takes over on downs. 6:54 to go on the half. Tied at 7. Grissom with the ball on their 36-yard line. 1st down. Quarterback Liebern out of the gun. Man in motion left side. Drops back, looks, and there's a whistle.
Looks like we got a penalty on the far side. Maybe one of the Grissom wide receivers helped us out a little bit. Coach Dutton had been talking about that, Barry. He said that, there's times where Grissom looks like a really good football team, and then there's time where we just have self-inflicted injuries. And as the Aggies have said the same thing. When you talk to Coach Brown, it was so funny that a lot of the things that both of these coaches were saying were the same exact things. And you can see right there that their wide receivers jumps and now puts them behind the 8 ball.
So back up 5 yards. 1st and 15 from the 31. Liebern drops back. Liebern looks to the middle, throws to the middle, got his man complete. 45-yard line, short of the first. Good job bringing him down. Had he got past him, he might have gone, but a good job by Cooper McClendon. Makes the tackle. They'll be short by about a yard. 2nd down and 1.
TJ Cole going to be one of those collegiate wide receivers. Got D2 and D3 offers on the table right now, coming all the way across the formation. Yeah, he's a senior, 6'3", 222-pounder, and you can see that Barry able to pull it in, get upfield for a big gain.
2nd down and a yard. Quarterback straight up the middle. The big guy is going to fight for the 1st down. Let's see. Good job. Christian Ramirez was the first Aggie on the spot. I don't know. There's a flag also all the way across the field.
Trying to see, one of the Grissom players turned around and said something to the referee. The referee dropped the flag.
That one's going to be a 15-yarder, guys.
I think you're right. I think it was something, but did he get the spotting the ball short? So it wouldn't be enough for a 1st anyway. So now you get the penalty. And it is against Grissom. That is a huge penalty because you go from 2nd in and a yard. Now you mark this penalty off.
Yeah, I don't know what the
was that a dead ball after the play?
It was dead ball.
Foul?
Should be 3rd down.
Yeah, it should be 3rd down.
I think it happened during the play, though, because they're going to keep it 2nd down. But I don't know exactly what they did, but I'm telling you that the Grissom wide receiver said something to the referee. Yeah. He dropped the yellow flag. No, it was a dead ball.
It was. So it's 3rd down and 16. They stopped the quarterback keeper about a half a yard short, so now it's 3rd down at about 15 and a half. They back it up to the 30-yard line.
Coach Dutton across the way, he's letting the referee know about it.
Quarterback back to pass. Liebern, pressure's coming. Throws, got his man complete. Short pass, short gain. They're going to finally put him down at about the 33-yard line. It's going to be well short of the 1st down. First Aggie there, I think, was Tay Prater. And it's going to be 4th down and long, and they'll have to punt into the wind.
Keith, Tay Prater did a great job of just trying. I mean, I'm not going to let this guy get behind me. I'm going to stay in front of him. I'm just going to shadow him. And then as soon as he got the football, yes, he gave up some yards, but he knew that he had 15 yards to play with and just came up and made a sure tackle.
He made a great read, John, during the early on that play. He read it perfectly where we were supposed to be. Big play, guys. They got to kick into the wind now.
So we should get it back in pretty good shape. Clock running, 5:25 to go on the half. We were tied at 7. Grissom going to punt the 34-yard line. Now waiting on the punt. Plenty of time. Gets rid of it. Low line drive. And it's going to bounce 2:35 to the 30. and roll out of bounds. So we got a good roll. And the Aggies will start, I thought, good shape, and no, about 26, 27-yard line. Well, we got time, 5:09 to go, and that'd be great to put some points on the board here before the half.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to connect on one of those long passes, guys. We've been trying to do that the last two series. It just can't happen yet, but maybe on this series will.
I think he's focusing on the same receivers too much. He needs to look back to the other side instead of always to the strong side.
And, guys, right now, you realize you got the wind at your back here in the second quarter, which means you're also going to have it in the fourth quarter. I agree with you guys. Maybe stretch the field downfield, or maybe come back. We've had success running the ball on first down that's opened up the pass. We'll see what Coach Karcher comes up with here now.
All right, first down, 26-yard line. You back in the game, hands off him up the middle, and they're going to drop it. There's a, I think it's a face mask. Was that Laredo? I couldn't tell. I don't think. Nope, actually, is it Peyton Jones?
Number 8.
Or number 8, okay. Oh, that's a Colin Parker. Parker on the carry, but a face mask was only a gain of maybe a yard, but a face mask, I believe, at the end of the play. So another huge penalty against Grissom. Grissom's penalties are killing them right now, Chris.
Yeah, that'll be their fourth penalty, guys, and they're the big ones, too.
Guys, they are finding Des Revolt, and they are rolling safety help that way. That time, there wasn't a safety anywhere near this side of the field. If they can take advantage of that, right now Brant Sweat or Talik should have a one-on-one matchup, and it should be a win.
They should go left side. That's where Talik and Brant Sweat are lining up on the left side, man-to-man coverage. 1st and 10 to the 42-yard line. CJ turns, hands off up the middle. He's going to bounce off one man, but not the next. We're going to bring him down. Colin Parker, his second carry. This one maybe the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Hey, good penetration there by the defensive line of Grissom. Parker did a great job of getting past the initial 2, but then one of the linebackers able to fill the hole. Just no gain, Barry. And now the Aggies kind of behind the 8 ball. Offensive line's got to come to play right now, especially knowing that there's only 4:20 left to go in this half. Got to fight to get that line of scrimmage handled and make it advantage Aggies.
G-Man checks in back in the backfield. You've got Saint and Kobe Watson wide right. ZJ back to pass, throws it high. Hunter's got it. 45-40, first down, Albertville. Actually, 42-yard line. That one went high. Hunter went up, grabbed it, pulled it down. First down, Albertville.
The linebacker undercut that, and I actually thought that number 8, Miles Jordan, who's going to already committed to East Carolina, had the interception, but I mean, CJ had some pepper on that one now.
Well, and the linebacker didn't jump, John. I think he didn't think that anybody's going to be able to catch that ball, and Hunter can climb the ladder, boys. He can really go up and catch a ball.
42-yard line, first down on the 41-yard line of Grissom. Hands off to Saran up the middle. Fights for the 40, 39-yard line. A flag down again. Usually where you see somebody jumping off sides. A gain of 3, but I think it's going to come back. Looking at the flag, so you go from 2nd and 7 now, first down and 15 again.
Hey, let's just tell the white hat, hey, don't call any more false starts on either side. Let's just put that one back in the bag and let's not worry about that one. There's so many of them.
That's all we have problems with, that one.
Yeah, Chris, how many just false starts is that?
That's 4 tonight.
That's the ones killing us right now.
Yeah, we do it every game. That's the thing. Yeah. We just can't quit doing that.
So you're talking about playing Canadian football.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, it's real windy, guys. Let's just do it.
1st and 15, back to the 47-yard line. Clock running, 3:23. CJ back to pass. Throws over the middle, got his man complete. Talik Saint, he is hit hard at the 40. He gets the penalty yardage and a couple, gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Albertville on the Grissom 40-yard line.
Had Talik Saint line up here as the slot receiver. He goes out, runs about a 7-yard square in. C.J. Zuniga puts it right on the numbers, and credit Talik. Knows that he's going to get hit by the linebacker, able to hold onto the ball, take the hit, and makes this a very manageable now 2nd down.
Under 3 minutes to go on the half. Tied at 7. Aggies trying to break the tie on the Grissom 40, 2nd and 8. CJ heads off to Sarant up the middle. Bounce off of one man. 35 to the 30. The bowling ball to the 25-yard line. He destroyed one man at the 37. He is slow getting up. That's the guy that Sarant lowered his shoulder and he ran all over him, John.
Well, and not only did he run all over him, guys, that's number 10. That's T.J. Cole. That's a Division II, Division III linebacker that Ginsley just ran all over.
First down, hand off to Laredo. Laredo going to be wrapped up in the backfield. We're back to the same play, different running back, and this time a loss of a couple of yards. Keith, how about the run by Saran a moment ago? Keith is busy doing interviews on the sidelines. We'll get back to him later. All right, second down and 11.
Hey, we're getting coached up down here by Duck and Buck, guys.
Russ is getting taped up. I thought you pulled a groin.
Well, this wind, anything can happen.
Second down and 11. CJ drops back, looks, throws a little screen, throws it a high tip, almost picked off. I'm with you, Keith. That is such a dangerous throw. That was tipped around 3 times, mostly by Grissom players.
Well, and you've got, like I said earlier, you've got CJ who's it's hard for him to see around some of these defensive players. But then when you put it up in the air and you're lofting it and you're just trying to kind of chipping, pitching wedge it up over everybody, the wind carries it. And it's just, it's worked a couple of times, but it's really been dangerous tonight.
Barry, he's not going to get credit for it. 77, freshman Bray Patterson. Linebacker's got his hands on it, trying to make the interception. Patterson pushes him down. Ball comes incomplete.
Third down 11. CJ back to pass. Looks, throws left side. Hunter's there. Makes the catch. Nope, it was knocked out of his hands. Good defensive play. He looked a receiver all the way down. Keith, had he looked to the middle, he had a receiver breaking open, wide open over the middle.
Yeah, but that would have been a completion. That defensive back made a great play, came in and knocked it away. I'm telling you, their safeties are doing a lot of weird stuff, guys. The pylon just got knocked over by the wind, and I almost went with it. It is really gusting down here.
So it's 4th and 11. Aggie's going to go. We're on the Grissom 30, make a 27-yard line. Clock stopped, 1:52 to go in the half. We are tied at 7. Aggie's going to go. 3 men wide right side, 1 to the left. Hunter Smith man-to-man coverage. One of the defensive backs kind of cheating over on him. CJ back to pass. Looks, throws it to the end zone. Going up, Dez is there. Goes up, tipped around.
Caught it.
Incomplete. Yeah, that one was underthrown. CJ trying to let the wind help him out. Underthrown, incomplete. Grissom takes over.
I know you're trying to tell a kid that if you can't catch it, don't let them catch it. But, Keith, that might have been a great time for them to intercept the ball, because then they would have had to start at their own 20-yard line instead of the 27. It's a great pass by CJ. I thought it was a great ball.
Yeah, it really was. It carried into the end zone, and I really thought that Dez was going to make a play on the ball. I mean, but they've watched film on him. They know Dez is dangerous, and they're really playing good defense on him.
Grissom takes over, first down on the 27-yard line. 1:44 to go in the half. We are tied at 7. Liebern drops back. Liebern looks. Liebern throws to the middle. Throws it. Oh, his man had it, and he had some running room, but he dropped it at the 45-yard line.
Wow. He had it was a great route that was run by number 2, Tristan Taylor. Got behind the linebackers. He was in front of the secondary. Liebern puts it right on the money. But Coach Dutton said one of the albatrosses around the necks this year of Grissom has been the fact of too many drop passes. And right there, Barry, a great example of hitting your wide receiver in the worst place that you could hit him, in the hands.
He was wide open, too. He had about another 10, 15 yards of running room. Clock stopped, 2nd and 10. Wind in the face of Grissom. They're on their 27-yard line. Quarterback Liebern, one back in the backfield, and a whistle. We may have a timeout.
Yep.
And we do. We'll take a timeout. 1:38 to go in the half, tied at 7. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Coming out of the timeout, Grissom looking at 2nd down and 10. We are tied at 7, 98 seconds to go here in the first half. Grissom on their 27-yard line, got a long way to go into the wind. Quarterback Liebern with the back beside him. Liebern drops back. Looks right side, throws, got his man, and he threw it up, threw it early because pressure was coming, had the receiver turned around in time. He had one-on-one coverage. He could have went down the sideline, but it's incomplete, no good.
Key far boundary. That wide receiver does a stutter route, and like Barry said, got the defensive back turned around. He is behind him for a touchdown. You got to credit that defense to the win.
100%, man. That really wasn't a bad thrown ball. And I was standing kind of in the path of where the ball's flying, and it just moves to the right, probably 8 yards.
I'm surprised we're throwing into the wind. I'll be letting the clock run down and get into the half and get the wind back behind you for the second half. Liebern turns, hands up the middle. He's got a hole. 30-yard line. Breaks free. 35 to the 40. They'll drive him out of bounds. It's a first down. Grissom all the way up to the Grissom 43-yard line. First down.
Kind of just a little underneath handoff. It actually looked like, Barry, to me, do you remember the old Statue of Liberty play?
Yeah.
Quarterback just kind of gets it and then just kind of looks downfield and then just kind of hands it behind his back to the running back who takes it in the gut. Great blocking here along the near boundary. They're able to move the chains. Grissom in business.
1:25 to go on the half. Clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. Liebern drops back. Pressure's coming. Throws incomplete off the fingertips of the receiver. He was open at about the Aggie 40. Incomplete. What's the passing numbers on Grissom?
He is 1 of 10.
Ooh, yeah, 10%.
1 of 10.
Sounds like one of my fantasy
I'm sorry.
quarterbacks.
He's 2 of 10.
2 of 10. Okay, there we
Missed
go.
one.
He doubled it.
That sounds like something like he was scored when I was in high school. 2 out of 10.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. Now 43-yard line. Clock stopped at 1:20 to go in the half. Went back in the backfield beside Liebern. Liebern the snap, steps back. Looks to the middle, throws to the middle. Incomplete, had a man open. They're getting open over the middle, but he just can't connect with him. That wind, he's throwing right into a 20, 30-mile-an-hour breeze every time he throws it.
Keith, when he's throwing that ball, I mean, back-to-back times we've had receivers that have got inside our corners on this man-to-man coverage. Is it just because he's throwing in the wind? It looks as if that ball, where normal a ball stays on a straight line and then kind of drops into the hands of the receiver, it's like the wind is forcing that ball kind of up and away from him.
Well, and when you're throwing into the wind like this too, guys, that ball, it looks like a knuckleball almost in baseball. So as a receiver, it's really, really hard to make a play.
3rd down, 10. Liebern back to pass. Pressure's coming. Christian hits it, gets rid of it, complete. 40-yard line, breaks free. 35 to the 30, 25 to the 20. One block, he gets it, he'll score. No flags are down. Touchdown Grissom with 1:02 to go in the half.
Wow. Brought the man across the formation. Tristan Taylor's able to catch it here along the near side. Couple of Aggies had a chance to make the tackle, and they just slipped off of him, just couldn't bring him down. He then is able to go down the sidelines, picks up one of his friendlies downfield, who then throws a block on Hunter Smith, the safety coming over the top, and Tristan Taylor able to go into the end zone. Man, what a backbreaker for the defense going into the halftime locker room for Albertville.
It's a good run after the catch. With 1:01 to go in the half, Grissom, their first lead of the game, goes up 13-7. Now for the extra point with a left-footed kicker. And the snap, kick is up, blocked. Good job by the Aggies. I believe, that was Keegan Thompson. Blocks it, no good. We'll take a timeout. 1:01 to go in the half. Grissom up 13-7. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Drive.
After Albertville turns the ball over on downs, Grissom starts at their own 27-yard line. 7 plays, 73 yards later, Liebern able to hit Taylor on a 57-yard strike. Extra point, however, blocked by the Albertville Aggies. But Grissom takes the lead here late in the first half, 13-7.
We just talked about him being, what, 2 for 10 throwing, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
3 for 11. That third one he completed, that was a big one, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I was surprised they were throwing the ball with that much time left in the half, and they knew what they were doing because they take advantage of some a great catch and a run after the catch. They take the lead. High kick. No. This ball is going to throw one of my team shots.
It didn't go 10 yards, did it?
It did not go 10 yards.
Yeah, it did.
It did go
sure
10
did.
yards. Grissom's got it.
I'm standing right on the 49-yard line. The Albertville Aggie player backed up,
good,
and it needed to go 10, and he caught it just across midfield. And Coach Brown, I think, is arguing his point. But I'm looking at I was going to say, they caught the ball at the 49.5-yard line on a prescribed onside kick. What a great bear. I know it's against us, but what a great call by the special teams coach of Grissom.
I really thought it went off the side of his foot, and he didn't mean to do that.
That's what I thought.
I'll be honest, kid, I thought he just missed the ball. They got a lucky break.
Well, and you're kicking in this kind of wind. I don't blame them. That's not a bad call at all. Because if you try to kick in the wind, they're going to receive it at 35.
I thought it went off the side of his foot, and he didn't mean to do that. But regardless, they've got the ball on air 49. Quick pitch, right side. Halfback pass, goes down the sideline. Did he make the catch? No. At the 19, under 3 because of the wind. That was a good play call. Incomplete with 54 seconds to go in the half.
Wow, a little razzle-dazzle. You come out with an onside kick that you're able to recover. Liebern then turns around and pitches the ball to the running back, who then stops, airs one out downfield. Wind catches that ball. Receiver can't get back to it. But, Barry, if they were able to connect on that one, boy, that'd be a heartbreaker going into the locker room.
It would. Second down and 10, 54.6 to go in the half. Liebern from the gun, one back beside him. He'll drop back, hands off a little delay. Laredo's got him. Flags are down. They're going to bring it down. Probably holding downfield, but Laredo drops him for a huge loss. 6, 7, 8, 9 yards. I would almost decline it to take the play and make it third down and long.
Same exact play that they popped a while ago that was able to move the chains for the first down. This time Laredo does a great job of sniffing that out, comes down the defensive line, able to get his penetration into the backfield. Nowhere for Padgett to go, and a great tackle made by Laredo.
Let's see if they take the penalty. I would take the play, yeah, because they're going to give him well, wait a minute. Why did they mark the ball on the 50 when he was tackled?
I was going to say they gave him a great spot.
Christian Ramirez is helping him tell him where the spot is.
Yeah, Coach Brown was having a fit down here.
They put the ball back on the old line of scrimmage, but he lost 6 yards. Now they move it. So, yeah, that's 3rd and 16.
Christian Ramirez taps the referee on the shoulder, and then he points like it goes back there. It's just it was so funny.
They moved that ball, man. 3rd and 16, they back it up to the 44. Clock stopped. Not sure why. Okay, now it needs to start running. 48.4 to go in the half. There we go. Clock running. Well, no, it's not. It's still stopped. So 48.4 to go from the 44-yard line. Why is it not running? Third down, back to pass. Liebern looks, throws a little. Incomplete. Dropped it. They've dropped a bunch of these. You know, a lot of his numbers, Chris, are not because of bad passes. The receivers have dropped a lot of passes.
Oh, they've dropped at least a half a dozen of them.
So 4th down, clock stopped. You would think they'll punt it away.
Barry, don't you know when I have the opportunity to interview a coach and a coach talks about that we've had opportunities and we've dropped passes at critical times, our receivers have played well at times, but then they haven't played well at times. Don't you know across the way for Coach Dutton, as you said, Liebern's been putting the ball on the money in this horrible wind and just getting them dropped, that's got to be a point of emphasis for Coach Dutton across the way.
If you catch half of those, and some of those, they were so wide open they could possibly have scored. Boy, the whistle blew and the snap goes over the punter's head. Did we call a timeout before the snap? Grissom did. All right, we'll hold it here. 43.5 to go in the half. Grissom's going to punt. That snap went over the punter's head. Grissom leads 13-7. Coming up next week, Aggies have the week off. We're going to be in Geraldine next Friday night with the Geraldine-Collinsville game. Love doing Geraldine. Probably one of the most exciting years we've had last year was following Geraldine to the playoffs.
Well, you talk about a great coach that they got up there and a great team, that community behind Geraldine as it is with Collinsville. I think the toughest thing for Geraldine is, goodness gracious, they play like the NFL East, don't they? I mean, with the Cowboys and the Eagles and everybody else. I mean, they have one of the toughest regions in the entire state.
Yeah, and I'm curious about tonight's game. We'll need to look that up. They're playing Boaz. It's a non-region night for them tonight, so we'll, of course, have all those scores coming up following our game tonight and the naming of the next team of the week. Who knows? Hey, if the Aggies were to win this one, breaking a 23-game losing streak, I'd vote for them for team of the week, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
All right, Grissom will try it again. They're going to punt it. Good snap this time. He's got time. He kicked at his own man. Aggies pick it up. 20 to the 15 to the 10. He will score. Talik Saint. Was that blocked or did it go into his own man, Keith?
I couldn't tell if he got pushed back and it hit his own man in the back or somebody got a hand on it. But we've been due for one like that, guys. We've been due for an easy one. Yes. Credit to Leak, picked the ball up, and I think the wind helped him run a little bit faster. Touchdown Aggies.
Coach Brown just ran a 40-yard dash in 3.2 seconds. He was running with Talik all the way to the end zone, and then when he got to the end zone, he jumped up in the air. Look, and Albertville's going to get a penalty as a sideline warning. It's just going to be a warning, guys. I don't think they're going to give anything major, but a punt block. Coach Brown, Barry, how many times on Tuesday, Keith, with you and me and Barry on that Tuesday night show, has he said that we need a big play to change the momentum of this football team? That is what he's talking about.
Yeah, just about every Tuesday, John. But when's the last time we had an easy one like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, there's an offsides.
I'm not sure if it was blocked or if he kicked it into his own player because we really didn't have anybody close. I couldn't tell. I think his center's butt blocked that ball.
I think they've got too many.
Try to get an answer on that question in a minute, Keith. I don't know that we blocked it, that he kicked it into his own player.
I want to say, guys, that our defensive front pushed them back into the punter.
You may be right.
And we kicked it, hit somebody in the back of the head, maybe.
I think it wasn't his butt.
It could have.
And Talik Saint picked it up at the right place and takes it about, 30 yards into the end zone. 33 yards for a touchdown. Now we're waiting. Now we're ready for the point after. CJ will hold. The snap, gets it down. The kick is up. Do we have the lead? Aggies lead. We'll take a timeout. It's good. 32 seconds to go in the half. Aggies up 14-13. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
A tradition of excellence.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Welcome back. 32 seconds to go in the half. Here's your Gilbert and ball forward, and Albertville scoring drive. Wasn't a drive, but a block punt. I don't know the last time I've seen us block a punt and return it for a touchdown.
Yeah, they started at their own 49-yard line. The defense able to hold true for 4 downs. The punt gets blocked. Talik Saint picks it up, takes it 33 yards to the house. Extra point up and good. And the Aggies right now, guys, momentum on their side, homecoming crowd on their feet with a chance to get into the halftime locker room, Barry, with the lead.
That was a play we've been waiting on for a long time. Just something to give this team a spark. We've got it right now. 32 seconds to go on the half. High kick, returnable, 25-yard line. He'll try the middle of the field, 30. They're going to wrap him up about the 33-34. Good job of Jesse Gonzalez, one of the first Aggies there. Couldn't see who the others were, but Grissom will start around their 30-yard line. Now Grissom trails by a point. Last year we lost 13-12. We're winning 14-13 right now.
Well, during one of the breaks, I looked at Jink and I said, what was the score last year? And he said 13-12, and I said it was a missed extra point. Right now, it's the missed extra point that's hurting Grissom, with Albertville holding a 14-13 lead. Barry, to your question a few moments ago, Geraldine leads Boaz in an upset. Geraldine 21, Boaz 14.
That is surprising in a non-region game. All right, Grissom ball first down. Back to pass, throws quick, left side, bobbles it, almost intercepted. He must make the catch at the 37. He bobbled it so many times that where the Aggies almost picked it off. He does make the catch for a short gain.
Keith, he bobbled that once. He bobbled it twice. If he bobbles it a third time, it's going to be number 7, Jordan Laredo, the senior, that's fixing to intercept that ball.
Yeah, I thought 22 came over for us, and I thought he was going to absolutely tattoo him. If he'd have balled it one more time, that kid would have been picking his teeth up off the ground. It would have been bad. He had a head full of steam. They don't have any more timeouts, do they? I think they're out.
Not sure. Did we call the timeout or did they?
I think they did.
They did.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure why.
You know, guys, I think their football got Crisco on it.
yeah, you may be right. I'm telling you, they're playing with the one from Mattel, guys. They bought that thing at Kmart in 1989.
Hey, Barry, also big score coming out of Etowah County right now, and I want to make sure I say it because this has always been a rivalry game for us. Etowah leading Southside at Southside, 21-7 Blue Devils.
That's a big game. All right, second down and 7, maybe the last play of the half. Aggies up 14-13. Yeah, it's been a while since we played a halftime. Grissom second down and 6. Snap to Lieburn, steps back, has time, throws to the middle, wide open, got it. 45, midfield, 45 to the 40. They will bring him down, but not till he gets out of bounds. The clock should stop with 5.7. Now they're in striking distance. They have the ball on the 36-yard line. No chance for a field goal with the wind in your face, but now you got at least a chance for maybe a Hail Mary to end the first half.
And that was one of those where it looked like the linebacker coach got caught peeking in the backfield, and that kind of that skinny post that's been open all night, he's able to get behind the linebackers in front of the secondary that's playing deep over the top for a big game.
Lieber, maybe the last play now, 5.7 go. They're out of timeouts from the Aggie 36, drops back. Lieber looks right side, throws to the middle, got a man wide open. He makes the catch. He is dropped at the 9. Hunter Smith tore him apart. He's on the ground, but I think it may be from the breath knocked out of him because that was one heck of a hit, John.
They came back and ran that same exact play, and this time Hunter Smith read it from the get-go, and as soon as the young man's hands caught that ball and started to bring it in, Hunter Smith absolutely laid the wood to him at the 9-yard line. And Barry, he's still down, so let's take a moment of reverence to check on this young kid just to make sure he's okay. But what a lick by Hunter Smith.
We're hoping only the breath knocked out of him. Keith, could you tell?
I think that's what it is. He just got, and it was a perfect shot. He put his shoulder pad in his chest. And, hey, that saved a touchdown, guys. They would have scored on that play if not for Hunter Smith.
If you notice, Keith, had he looked to the right of the receiver, the other guy was running free. There was one man guarding 2 receivers. There was blown covered somewhere. If he looked to the other receiver, he was wide open running down the sideline to the end zone.
Yeah, he's...
The Albertville High School Band is under the direction of Dr. Taylor Cash, Aaron Saxon, Josh Anderson, Nathan Heskew, and Aleda Garrett. The color guard instructors are Ansley Cash and Melanie Oliver. The dance line instructor is Lindsay Beck, and the percussion instructor is Brian Crawford. Tonight, we are proud to present our 2024 show titled Crazy in Love. We'll be begin with All of Me by John Legend and continue the opener with Fall Into Me by Forrest Black. The show continues with I Am Yours by Amy Graham and our percussion feature Crazy in Love by Beyonce. We will conclude our show with Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. The Aggie Band is under the fifth direction of drum major Landon McCann. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the award-winning Albertville High School Aggie Band.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Some days, you've got big things to care about. Like that. And that. Luckily, the Whirlpool Smart Range automatically updates itself with features like Air Fry. So you can worry less about keeping up with the latest tech and care more about keeping up with the latest trends. Say cheese. Everyday care, Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville. Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Rain is holding off. Maybe we'll get the rest of the game in, but the wind, Russ says we have a wind, 18 mile an hour winds nonstop and gusts at times of 28, probably over 30 miles an hour sometimes. So that's going to be a problem. We'll be kicking off into the wind. I would kick a high pooch kick, because the way the wind's carrying it, Grissom will have a tough time fielding it. So they've got about 9 men up around the, about 10 yards away from where from the 50-yard line, expecting us to do that. So we're ready to go. Second half, Aggies lead by 1. Can they hold it? Try to break the 23-game losing streak. High kick, short kick. Will it stay in? It does, and it's loose, and the Aggies ran past it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, the Aggies ran past the ball, and the ball bounces out of bounds.
Oh, my gosh. He laid that as perfectly as you could lay it, Keith. I mean, right at the 33-yard line. The 2 Aggies running down the field were looking at the Grissom player coming up, and the ball bounced between both of them and then went out of bounds. It could have been a big onside kick.
Guys, you can't draw it up any better than that. Kicker did a fantastic job bouncing that one back inside. Gotta have your head on a swivel, see that ball and make a play on it. That's our ball, and we're driving right here.
I'm not sure how they missed it. Set to go, Lieber, the quarterback. He got hot there in the second quarter. He's got the wind at his back. And ready to go. They're going to start on the 42-yard line, first down where the ball bounced out of bounds. Grissom football on their 42. Lieber, the quarterback keeper, going to try the middle. They're going to grab him and hold on for a yard or two. First Aggie there is Jacob Laughlin. He's there. Again, another guy. Peyton Jones, we've called his name out a lot. They'll bring him down for a gain of about 3 yards.
Looks like in the first half, we did not see Seth Liebern use his legs a whole lot. And we talked about him in the pregame that he's a good pocket passer, but he's also a good rusher right out of the gate. Coach Dutton and the offensive staff says, let's get our quarterback involved in this game. Barry, 3-yard gain.
They're not running the ball very well tonight, are they, Chris?
Sure not. They've only had 2 yards of offense rushing.
That's why we saw him pass the ball a lot there to end the second quarter. Early third quarter, second down and 7 on the Grissom 45-yard line with the ball. Liebern rolls left side. Pressure's coming. Throws it downfield. Got him wide open. Complete 40-yard line. He'll turn, try the sideline. Gets away from one man. 30, another. So he is hard to bring down. Finally, inside the 25-yard line. Just a great pass and catch. And Grissom, they're on the move inside their 30-yard line.
And what that run does is it opens up the pass. And this time they snap it back to Liebern. He fakes the underneath handoff and then rolls out. He's got a wide receiver, a slot wide receiver, running a flag route in behind the defensive back and in front of the, behind the linebacker and in front of the safety. And when he does, lays it on the money. Wide receiver makes a couple of Aggies miss until they get him out of bounds deep in Aggie territory.
Those plays are killing us, those long pass plays on our 24. Hands off up the middle. Christian Ramirez grabs him, holds on. Hunter Smith will finish him off. He gets a few, maybe 4, maybe 5. And they're saying rain is just about 20 miles away. We could be seeing rain. Now we're looking at 2nd and 6 for Grissom.
Just an underneath handoff. This time, instead of pulling it and throwing the ball, actually gives the underneath handoff. Offensive line does a great job of basically taking over the line of scrimmage. The Albertville defense on skates until Christian Ramirez is able to pull down Padgett after a gain of about 3.5.
21-yard line, clock running, 10.5 to go, third quarter. Grissom threatening, down by 1. The wind is at their back. Quarterback Liebern, quarterback keeper, tries the middle. Still fighting to the 14, 13, 12, 10. Finally, 8-yard line. He's a big guy, 6'2", 210, using that big frame and picks up a Grissom first down to the 8, first and goal.
Keith, that is a designed quarterback run if I ever saw one. Snap it to your big quarterback. He gets behind the hog mollies and then takes that 220-pound frame and just rugby scrums it forward.
Yeah, I believe their coach challenged their offensive line at halftime, guys. And you called it a minute ago, John, on roller skates, and that's not a good place to be as a defensive lineman.
First and goal on the Aggie 8-yard line. Grissom threatening to take away the lead. Aggies lead 14-13. 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Quarterback Liebern, snap, rolls right side. Pressure's coming. Unloads early. Boy, good pressure put on. There was a Hunter Smith, and Laughlin threw it short, incomplete.
It's a great job of the defensive coordinator, Derek Martin, timing up a blitz, bringing Hunter off the corner. Seth Liebern rolling to the near side, and Keith right in front of you. He actually rolled into the blitz of Hunter Smith, had to get rid of that ball quicker than he wanted to.
Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. One man wide left. Look for him. They like the matchup there. Much taller than the Aggie defensive backs. If they go corner, end zone, left side. Second and goal from the 8. Quarterback Liebern sends a man in motion left side. He's going to pitch it to him. He'll stop, cut, try to get around the corner. Flags are going to be a hold. They're going to wrap him up. A loss on the play, but throwing the holding penalty. That's going to be a loss of about 3, 4, 5 yards. Either going to be 3rd and 15. So do you take the play or you take the penalty? I take the play.
I think you take the play because they lost about 4 yards. It's going to make it 3rd down and 14. Coach, was that, I know he's not going to get his name, but I think that was that Mason Froelich again that blew up that tackle that got the holding call? Didn't make the tackle, but just blew it up?
I couldn't tell, John. It looks like he's lined up over here. It might have been a 7 for us.
3rd and 14.
I can't think of his name. Laredo.
Ball is on the 17-yard line. They may try a field goal if they don't make it here. 3rd down and 14 because the field goal would give them the lead. Liebern back to pass, looks left side, throws to the middle. Got him. Did he make the catch? Diving catch at the 2. I think he's got it. He does, and it should be enough for a first. Let's see where the spot is. And I think he's injured.
Yeah, it looks like he caught the ball, and on the way down, Keith, you're right there at the 2-yard line. He may have landed on the ball and knocked the air out of himself.
Yeah, it looked like he landed on the point there, John, and he dove, laid out, made a great catch, and came down hard on the turf. Pointed the ball, got him right in the ribs. That's one of those things that really, really stings.
That ball is on about the 1-yard line, 1.5. It's going to be first and goal. Good pass, good catch on a big 3rd down call. That's tough for Albertville. They had him looking at 3rd and long. And as he's setting up now, I'm thinking breath knocked out of him. But now they've got about 4 shots to get in the end zone. I'd be surprised if they don't just use the quarterback, Chris, with his 6'2" frame and just let him power his way behind the offensive line.
Yeah, just for what he's been running already.
Yeah.
Looks like he's hard to bring down. He's a big guy.
6'2", 215. So here they come. He's okay. He's up walking off. It looks like he's caught his breath. He'll set out for a play. Here we go. Can the Aggie offense maybe force a turnover, keep him out of the end zone? Grissom threatening, down by 1, 9:35 to go in the 3rd, clock running. They're on their 1-yard line.
Brought an extra running back in the backfield this time. Barry, the last time they did that, snap was to Seth Liebern coming along the right side.
Liebern under center. I think he's almost jumped. Somebody moved. Did we jump first or did they?
No, their running back fell forward.
That's something we used to see ourselves do.
Yeah. We got away with one right there, boys. I'm going to be honest with you.
I thought we jumped. Did somebody come across?
I think they did, yeah. We're gonna take it, though.
Oh, wow. Yeah, now it's first and goal from the 5, make it 6-yard line. That's a big penalty.
Yeah, that kills the quarterback sneak right there.
It
so
does.
You have to back up, and you don't have a whole lot of room to throw it in the end zone.
So now first and goal from the 6. Liebern out of the gun. One back stands beside him in the backfield. 2 receivers right side. Liebern's going to keep it. Tries the left side. 4-3-2. He's got a hole, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Grissom.
Left side of the Grissom offensive line, coach, just absolutely mauled our defensive line back inside. The running back lined up to his right. When he kind of faked it to him, he becomes the lead blocker in the hole, hits the linebacker, and Lieberman just able to trot into the end zone absolutely untouched.
Almost perfectly blocked, John. It was a great job by the left side of their offensive line. I tell you what, they might have figured something out at halftime. They're really getting on our defensive front, and that outside linebacker really putting a lot of pressure on us. You can't go backwards like you're on roller skates, man. You gotta fall down, create a pile, do what you gotta do. You can't get beat like that.
Thought they might go for two since they had an extra point block. They're gonna try the extra point though. The snap, they are gonna fake. The holder, the quarterback rolls, throws it right side, incomplete. They faked the 2-point try, no good. Aggies stop them. We'll take a timeout. 9:05 to go third quarter. Grissom now leads 19-14. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
If your parents and grandparents owned a Ford, odds are they bought theirs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. For over 50 years, Alexander Ford has been known as the Ford store in North Alabama. With some of the same faces you've grown to know and trust, we celebrate our past and are excited about our future. We still do business like we always have without hidden fees and high pressure. You can put your trust in us, just like your parents and grandparents did. Alexander Ford, your family Ford store.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
They couldn't run the ball in the first half. They sure did on that drive.
Wow, yeah, they changed all that, didn't they?
Yeah, they fired the offensive line up in the locker room.
Seems like they may have had a counseling session,
I bet
Barry.
they did. So here we go. They're going to kick. This one should not be returnable if he kicks it like he should in this kind of wind. There it is. It's going to take it back to actually the 1 yard line. It is returnable. He drops it, picks it up. 10, 15, 20 to League Saint. It will not get away. He thought the ball was going to go to the end zone. What he should have done is just moved out of the way, and the ball would have bounced through the end zone. But now we're going to start inside our 20-yard line at the 16, 1st and 10.
Well, sometimes, guys, when you bring those young guys in, and remember that those are ninth graders back there at the 1 yard line, you've just got to let that go with the wind at the back. The ball's going to go into the end zone to give yourself better field position. Talik tries to field it, and as he does, just drops it at the 1 yard line, has to pick it up, gets north and south. At least he had the wherewithal to do that, Barry, and it got it out to the 16.
So the Aggies going into the wind. And the first quarter, CJ did pretty good throwing into the wind, even though there's about a consistent 15, 20, 25 mile an hour wind in his face. CJ, the snap, hands off to Sarant. Sarant following his blockers. Actually, no blockers there. They're going to jam him up the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11.
that linebacker that he hit earlier in the game that did not want any more of Sarant. Coach, did you see the linebacker come in that time? That time, I think I'll tackle him around the knee pads and just hold on.
Yeah, he another guy I think got there first too, John. I don't think he wants any more of a G-man just one-on-one. That left side of offensive line, got to do a little better, guys.
This is a big possession. You got to at least get a first down to allow us to have some room to punt the ball away. You don't want to go 3 and out and give them back the ball inside our 50. CJ back to pass. Those left side intercepted. 15-yard line. I don't think the receiver ever moved to help CJ out, and the defender saw the pass, picks it off, and they got the ball on their 16-yard line.
Looks like it was supposed to be kind of a quick slant. And I don't know exactly what route the running back was running, but, I mean, C.J. Zuniga literally Coach threw it right into the hands of the inside defensive back. I mean, that was an easy interception for Grissom.
Yeah, he split. I don't know what happened. He really split our receivers out here, threw right between them, right to a white shirt. I mean, it's somebody either went the wrong way or something just really didn't work out there.
Wow. So the Aggies led by 1 at the half, but now Grissom leads by 5 with the ball, with the interception on the Aggies 16-yard line. And the officials stopping the play. Grissom calls a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 8:15 to go, third quarter. Grissom leads by 5, but they're threatening again. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5. Coming out of the timeout, the ball. They're looking at 1st and 10 on their 16. This is a big drive. They're up by 5. Aggies led by 1. Now Grissom has all the momentum, and they're threatening again inside hour. Have they changed quarterbacks? I don't think I see the quarterback Lee Burnett there. New quarterback. He'll take the snap, rolls left side. He throws it towards the end zone. Wide open touchdown.
Fakes the underneath handoff. Nobody at any level, Coach, normally covers the tight end. And this young man that lines up at the tight end, they fake the handoff. He runs a flag route, and nobody in the same zip code for the defensive backcourt.
Yeah, and the defensive backs are having a conversation out here about who was supposed to go where. But, man, and we've been playing man all night, okay? So I don't think we got confused on man versus zone. You got to know who you're covering in man. You got to keep your eyes on him. You can't look in the backfield at all that eye candy. Just killed us right there.
Now for the point after, got a new kicker in there. The snap, the kick, it's up, almost blocked again, and it's good. We'll take a timeout. 8:08 to go, third quarter. Grissom adds another one. It's now 26-14. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
A tradition of excellence.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
The killer. I know there's plenty of time, but all the momentum now is shifted over to Grissom. Here's a kick, high kick, deep kick. This one will go into the end zone. It's little things like the opening kick. Wasn't really an onside kick, but it bounced between all the Grissom return men, and we didn't recover it. We ran right past it. That would have changed the entire game had we recovered and gone down and scored.
Well, and not only did the ball hit in the perfect spot, but when it hit the second time, it immediately turned left, Barry, and went out of bounds and gave Grissom the ball with good field position.
So it's little things, and then you got the defensive, couple of busted coverages, giving up some big pass plays, and then the touchdown pass a second ago, then the interception. I just got to get your head back on. Went into the locker room with a 1-point lead. Now you're down by 12, and it's time to play some comeback football. Grissom's not playing you right now. CJ out of the gun, Sarant in the backfield with him. From the 20, CJ back to pass. Looks, pressure, they got him. 10-yard line. He had nowhere to go, and there was nobody open downfield. The receivers were running, and here comes the defender to Saxon for a loss of about 10.
Outside linebacker, I mean, just kind of starts creeping up toward the line of scrimmage, guys, and just comes off the corner. And when he does, the offensive line coach doesn't account for him, and he has an unabated run right at C.J. Zuniga.
All the way back to the 11, so it's 2nd and 19. CJ, a little delay, hands off to Sarant. They're going to hit him at the line of scrimmage and wrap him up for no gain, maybe a yard at the most. 3rd down and long, 3rd and about 18, maybe 19.
Keith, schematically, it doesn't look like Grissom has really changed a lot on offense and defense, with the exception of Lieber more in the run game. Looks like their offensive and defensive coaches, I think, just challenged the young men in the locker room, and they're answering the bell.
7:09 to go in the quarter. CJ back to pass, and he's going down. Back at the 1-yard line. He has no time to throw. The offensive line, to be honest, they're just getting whipped right now.
Yep. I mean, would you agree with that last statement that I made, that they just came out of the halftime locker room being challenged, and right now they're taking the fight to Albertville?
I think they said, you're not going to get your first win in 23 games against us, not tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. And, I think they have found a couple of weaknesses. One being their offensive line's going to work on ours,
Yeah.
and they're running the quarterback. On the defense, they're finding our freshman tackle, and they're bringing pressure wherever he's at.
Yeah, so now we're standing at the back of the end zone, 100 to punt into a strong 20-mile-an-hour wind, and there's a whistle before the snap. Is there a flag or just a whistle? I'm not sure. I don't see a flag. We're back on the 1-yard line.
Too many men on the field.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
You are correct.
He was coming off the field to begin with, and he ran back on the field.
Come on, guys. Let us play with 12. We got the ball at our 1-yard line.
So they back it up half a yard. So now standing at the back of the end zone, Hunter Smith will punt it away into a strong at least 20-mile-an-hour breeze. Grissom should go back in great shape. The kick, high kick, the wind will kill it. Here comes the return. He drops it. It's loose. Aggies up, got it. Then they lose it. Grissom picks it up, and here they come on the return. 30, 25. They will round him up around the 20-yard line, and he goes out of bounds. It should have been Aggie football. We fell on it. The ball popped loose. Grissom recovers. So just when we think we're getting a couple of breaks, that was a big one, and we didn't get it, Chris.
You know, you got to practice that. You got to practice that. You got to grab the ball first. Don't fall on it. You got to grab it with your hands, then fall on it.
Oh, and we would have had the ball around the 30 and said Grissom gets it, and they're going to have it on, let's say they spotted about the 30-yard line. Should have been Aggie ball, John.
Wow, and that punt got hung up in the air, and the returner for Grissom runs up a good 17 yards to try to field it. Goes off of his shoulder pads. The Aggies have a great chance, and then they just can't pull it in. And Barry, looks like that there might have been an illegal block on the return, and so therefore, at least if there's any saving grace, or Barry, I think it's going to be a personal foul. It went from the 30 all the way back to the 45. So, unsportsmanlike conduct against Grissom.
Aggie defense has got to just settle down now and stop them. Cannot give up another touchdown here. You're down by 12. Grissom leads 26-14 after trailing 14-13 at the half. They've scored 13 unanswered points here in the second half. Now they're on the Aggie 45-yard line with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lieberman turns, nobody to hand off to. He'll turn, take off right side. He'll step out of bounds. He turned. There was nobody home. And he's going to actually get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Nobody's more surprised than the quarterback on that play.
Well, and I think what I was laughing at is you're right. No one to hand it off to. He's got to make something out of nothing. And he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But when he runs out of bounds, he runs into the Albertville bench about as hard as he can run, and literally took a run at one of our smaller players over here on the sideline. And one of our Aggie coaches was letting him know that he didn't appreciate it. And Lieberman turned around and wanted to say something to him in front of the zebra there, and they finally, cooler heads prevailed, Barry.
Second down and 10. Lieberman, the snap. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. He'll bounce right side. He's got room. 40, 35 to the 30. He'll step out of bounds inside the 30. First down, Grissom.
They have found something with the quarterback run game, because they're able to confuse, or just the action in the backfield is confusing our linebackers, because that's 3, if not 4 times that he's kind of come out the back door, and nobody defensively is waiting for him out here when he comes out that way.
Well, I think they've got numbers on us. They're lining up, and he's running away from strength, and we're just outnumbered.
28-yard line, first down, 5:52 to go in the quarter. Lieberman, a high snap, rolls left side, pressure was coming, throws to the middle, great pass, got it, 5-yard line, 4. Now they're catching the passes they were dropping in the first half, all the way to the 4. First and goal, Grissom.
Barry, you remember a few moments ago coming out of the halftime locker room, and Keith interviewed Coach Brown, and he said they're killing us with those deep crossing routes. Keith, right there, another deep crossing route, big chunk play for Grissom.
Well, we've been chasing that all night long, and I think what we're doing is we're either playing man with those linebackers, or we're blitzing, and there's nobody in the middle of the field to help the defensive backs.
First and goal from the 3-yard line. Lieberman, the snap, hands up. Nobody's going to keep it. They hit him in the backfield and got him. Froelich makes a big sack, brings him down. He decided to keep it. Bad call, and he's going to take a big loss on the play. It'll be second and goal from about the 7-8-yard line.
Boy, great job there by Mason Froelich, just reading his keys, comes upfield, doesn't get sucked inside. Quarterback pulls it. When he pulls it, get a mouthful of Mason Froelich, pulls him down for a big loss. Good job there by that Aggie.
Back to the 9-yard line. Second and goal from the 9. Clock running, 4:51 to go, third quarter. Grissom up 26-14 with the ball. Threatening again. Lieberman takes a snap, hands off left side, gets away from one man, tries the corner. They're going to wrap him up and bring him down. Hunter Smith, one of the first Aggies. Jesse Gonzalez helps out. Another loss of the play. Finally, the defense getting a little fire. Another loss will be 3rd down and long.
It's a great job there by the defense of the right side of the Aggies, just getting penetration, playing flat down the line of scrimmage. Hunter Smith coming up from his safety position, able to get that to look about a yard loss on the play, Barry.
Back to the 15. If he can hold them to even a field goal, that still makes it a 2-possession game. Touchdown, that's a 3-possession game. You got to hold them to at least a field goal. Cannot give up a touchdown on this play. From the 15, 3rd down, and goal from the 15-yard line. Lieberman rolls right side. Rolling, being chased from behind, throws back to the middle, incomplete, had to throw back across the field. Now, that's a great job of the Aggie defense. What was 1st and goal. Now, if they try a field goal, even if they make it, it's still a 15-point game and a 2-possession game.
Hey, Coach, right there in front of you, number 21 for us, which is Bryson Parker. He's a senior. He's trailing that running back, but then was that a cramp? But I thought I saw him reach back toward his hamstring when he went to the ground.
I can't tell if it's a hamstring or a quad, John. It looked like when he tried to make a play on the ball at the very last second, I think his leg hit the receiver's leg and maybe moved a little bit weird. He's kind of pointing toward maybe a quad area right there, but he went down immediately. It's awful cool to be a cramp. Hope it's not a bad pulled muscle or something like that.
The kicker's out there. The ball is on the 15. The tee is going to be down. It's going to be about a 31, 32-yard attempt from the left hash mark with the wind at his back. So they will attempt a field goal. Looks like they will. So that's a big drive there for Albertville, Chris, because if they had a touchdown, you're down by 33, 19 points. You got to score 3 times. But now you're down by 15. You can still have to score twice. Touchdowns, but go for 2.
Yeah.
You can still have a chance to make it just a 2-possession game.
Hey, guys, while we got this injury, so Etowah is leading 21-20. Southside's battled back, but the surprise of the night, Geraldine 35, Boaz 14 late third quarter.
That's surprising. That is surprising. I'm looking forward to seeing Geraldine play Collinsville next week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, another team, is Gunnersville off this week?
I believe they are. Yes,
okay,
I believe they are.
Because I think we're hosting about 4 of their coaches tonight.
Good to see you that, let's see, Parker's up. He's okay. All right, Grissom trying a field goal. T is on the 20 to a 32-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Left-footed kicker. Strong wind at his back. The leg won't be a problem. It all depends on the accuracy. Snap, low, the kick is up. It's wobbly, but did it get through? It is good. Wow. We'll take a timeout. It's good with 3:52 to go, 3rd quarter. It's 29-14. Grissom, you're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Mark Brickey, Sand Mountain Toyota. There's a lot to consider when buying a truck. Towing capacity, cab space, gas mileage, resale value. When you're talking with your salesman, is he willing to sit behind the wheel of the same kind of truck he claims to stand behind? Here at Sand Mountain Toyota, we buy what we sell. Not only do we stand behind our trucks, we put our own money and trust in Toyota trucks, just like you. Come by and check out our huge selection of popular Toyota trucks. Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
Grissom extends their lead 29-14.
High kick, short kick, better come get it. Aggies, Hunter Smith's got it 20-25 to the 30. Got a couple of blocks, 40 to the left side, breaks free. 45 midfield, stiff arm, going to the 40. He just shoved the kicker's head about an inch into some of those black pebbles on the turf.
Oh, me.
That was a manly player out there. He just shoved, stiff armed him and put his head in the turf.
That is where you hope that the huddle equipment didn't work very well, because you're going to get made fun of at film tomorrow. What a great job. Hunter comes up, fields the punt, gets in that wedge in the middle, then breaks out, got the speed to get here to the near boundary, stiff arms a Grissom player, and able to get the ball in great field position at the Grissom 41.
That's a player saying, hey, we were leading at the half. Now we're getting our butt handed to us. Let's get this momentum back. Here we go. 3 men wide left side. CJ, oh my goodness, it looks like,
guys,
looks like the lunch bell went off and everybody's trying to get back to class. Everybody's going every which way, and they were off sides.
it looks like the circus.
It does. Yeah. So you go from 1st and 10 on the Grissom 41. Didn't have enough players. One comes running on. One of them jumps. I don't know what was happening. So now it's 1st and 15. How many offsides? How many motion penalties? Is that the 5th or 6th one?
5th one, yeah.
1st and 15, back to the 46. 3 men wide left, 1 to the right. CJ, the snap, drops back. Pressure is coming. Steps up, avoids 1 man. Throws it right side. Hunter is there. Almost made a great catch. That's just good coverage. He has no time to throw. He takes the snap, and there's at least 2 men in his face every snap right now.
Well, when he gets the snap, not only is he dropping back, but then he's got to step up in the pocket. Did a great job with his feet then to stretch the ball laterally, kept his eyes downfield, had Hunter. But, Coach, I thought for a moment he threw that on that back shoulder, and if he did, that cornerback's probably going to pick that one off.
2nd and 15. You got to get something positive going here. 46-yard line. He had a good kick return. Got to get something going. 2nd and long. CJ, pressure's coming, hands off to Sarant. They were blitzing all around the ends, and they hit Sarant in the backfield the minute he took the handoff, and he's slow getting up. And it's a loss of a yard, 3rd and 16 coming up.
Miles Jordan, the East Carolina commit, coming off of one side. Hayden Smith, Division III offers the other outside linebacker. They blitzed both outside linebackers, and as soon as they made the handoff, those two literally met. And if it was a sandwich, Barry, that guy was just sandwiched in the middle between those two linebackers that are both going to be playing on Saturday.
So Ron is slow getting up, and he's the number 3 running back. Number 1 and 2, Kirkland's out with a knee injury, done. Rich Revolt out with a high ankle sprain. So Ron, I don't know if he breath knocked out of him. He went down. But Keith, 2 men came off the corners and both hit him at the same time. Nobody's blocking anybody right now.
That edge player is what's got me confused, and I think what it might be, guys, is it might be a situation where CJ can pull the ball and it's a read situation. He's just not doing it. And if it is, man, if he'll pull it and run it, he's going to have all kind of room for days. That's what it's looking like to me right now.
3rd and 16. 3 men wide right side. Laredo checks into the backfield. Clock running, 3:09 to go, 3rd quarter. Aggies now down 29-14. They led by 1 at the half. CJ rolls right side, throws back to Dez, drops it. Had he made the catch, there were 3 Grissom players waiting on him. It was a good call. He dropped it, incomplete, 4th down.
You know, Barry, I know you saw the 3 Grissom players, but there were offensive linemen that were coming out here that I think that he was going to be able to get behind on a screen, and then there's a lot of green grass on that side. Keith, did you see that here along the near boundary as well?
Yeah, and I think that screen play, guys, is going to work a lot better on 1st and 2nd down. 3rd down, they've kind of actually started dropping some guys. I don't know if it's going to be there, especially in that longer distance.
Draven Hendricks steps in to punt. High snap. Hendricks pulls it down. Low line drive, good punt. It's going to take a Grissom bounce, 35. They're going to return it. He'll go down at the 38-yard line. It's a Grissom ball, 38-yard line, and it looks like a little bit of rain falling now. So Aggies had their chance, Chris. First snap on 1st down, 5-yard penalty. It went downhill after that.
It's just just hold your foot up and shoot it, because that's pretty much what we're doing, shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah. Just hold your foot up.
I love that.
Don't even bend over to shoot it. Just hold it up, make it easier to shoot it.
You're right. Because you go from 1st and 10 on about the 41 to then quickly 1st and 15, and then they just start sending everybody in the house chasing after CJ and sack him a couple of times. So Grissom takes over 1st down on their 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Hands up the middle. They're going to hit him at the line of scrimmage. Laura St., one of the first Aggies, Christian Ramirez finishes them off. It's going to be maybe a yard gain, depending on the spot, 2nd down and long.
Yeah, that's a great job there by the defensive tackle, Elijah Laura St., senior, 5'11", 215, able to fill the gap. And, I mean, you talk about hitting a running back head on and holding on to him and then letting the rest of the cavalry come in. That's a great defensive effort, loss of a yard.
2nd down at 11, 2:22. Grissom lining up right in front of the Aggie band. 2nd and long from the 38-yard line. Turns, quick throw, right side, got his man. Sidestep toward, not the next, he's hit hard. And there's Laura St. again, one of the first Aggies, along with Peyton Jones. If anything, a short gain, and they're going to say maybe back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd down and 11, maybe 12.
I don't know what that play was, Coach. They were trying to run a screen here to the near boundary, but, I mean, just not enough real estate, and actually got his wide receiver killed.
Yeah, he did. He took a shot.
3rd down, 12. 1:49 to go, 3rd quarter. Aggies will get the win at our back for the 4th quarter. We've got to hang on for another about 2 minutes. Quarterback Lieburn using the clock. 3rd down long, 3rd down 12. Lieburn drops back, looks right side, nobody open, throws it anyway, incomplete. There's a flag. I think they're going to call a holding defensive back Albertville. Yeah, that's tough too, because I guess that's why he wasn't open. I guess one of the Aggies had a hold of him.
Well, it looked like they were trying to run. They had him lined up single coverage here along the near side, single wide receiver here, like I said, on the near boundary. It looked like they were going to try to run that skinny post, that long crossing route that they've been able to have success. Defensive back just got his hands literally up in the jersey, holding on to the inside of the jersey so he could not release to the middle of the field. Made it an easy call for 2 refs to make.
At least not enough for a first. They mark it off. It's 3rd down and 2. So it did not give them enough for the 1st down. 3rd and 2. 1:31 to go in the quarter. Clock stopped. They're on their 47-yard line.
What's the quarterback run right here, guys?
Lieburn. Got a big quarter running the football. There's a little end around, a little pitch. Tries the corner. Froelich has got him on the back of the jersey and slings him down. He had a great game last week. He's now really getting involved with the defense. A loss on the play. They did not get the 1st down.
Great job there. Once again, we've talked about Mason Froelich has been able to take those offensive tackles on both sides on that little pitch pass or little pop pass. The wide receiver lines up on one side of the formation, comes across as soon as it snapped the lever, and he just kind of pitches it forward. And the receiver coming across is trying to get it, and then it's kind of a sweep action here. But Mason Froelich all night long, Barry, has done a great job of putting that tackle back in that running lane, just nowhere for the running backs to go.
Hey, we've already blocked 1 punt. Let's do it again. Return 1 for a touchdown. They're set to punt. Good snap. Pressure's coming. Gets rid of it. It's going to be a good kick. The wind's going to carry this rubber ball to about the 20, down to the 15. It's still rolling to the 10. It's still rolling. Still rolling to the 5. The wind's got it to the 3, to the 2, down to the 2-yard line. And that's where we'll start with about 28 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's wind-aided, Coach. That's all that was.
It was a 148-yard punt. Good grief.
Hey, Barry, they did at least give us the ball at the 3 instead of the 2.
Yeah, give us a yard.
I just snap it from center right here, just down it, let the clock run out right here.
Decide this quarterback keep it, because you don't want to do anything fancy with you're running into the wind. You got time for 1 snap here, 28 seconds. Then you get the wind at your back, but still you're inside their 5-yard line, or your 5-yard line.
Talk about
yeah.
Was it Sarant being injured? Barry still over here on the sideline. In checks Laredo, and he's been in that running back rotation. But gosh, that'd be 3 of our 5 running backs down.
They're standing about 5 yards deep in the end zone, waiting on the snap. CJ low snap, hands it to Laredo, straight up the middle. He finds no running room at all, right up the middle. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they spot it. Half a yard at the most. 2nd down coming up, and the clock should wind down and end this quarter. We'll have the wind at our back when we come back. I've got a long way to go. We're down by 15. Clock down to 10, down to 9, and we'll let the clock wind down. Let's take a timeout. Third quarter was all Grissom. Aggies trail 29-14. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Your Marshall. Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Guntersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Everything that we do, we try to do the right thing, own our core values and our statement of purpose. That's the way we live each day.
Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this Community Channel broadcast.
Somebody's got to break a tackle here. Somebody, because they are just loading the box, daring us to pass. Now, at least the wind is at our back. That's going to help some. CJ, bad snap, hands off to Laredo. Laredo back to the 1 yard line. That ball almost went past CJ. It was so bad, it snapped. Luckily, he grabbed it, handed it to Laredo. By that time, the defense was there, and the loss back to the 2 yard line. A loss of 2. Now it's third down at 11.
The snap is the most important thing when you got a young quarterback and you're in shotgun. That errant snap took him just a minute to gather it in. Laredo had to wait on the handoff, and by the time he waited on the handoff, just a bunch of white jerseys in the backfield.
Third down and 11. Standing in about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Drops back, looks, throws it up for grabs. Hunter's there going up, tipped away. Good defensive play, double team, incomplete, fourth down. He was just hoping maybe Hunter could go up and make a play.
Yeah, he's exactly what he was trying to do. And Coach here along the near boundary, J.D. Hall, number 26, 10th grader, just gets turned around in time to get his fingertips on the ball.
Hey, he made a great play, punched it out the last second. I thought Hunter was going to make that play. It was right there, not a bad throw. The young man came over and punched it out the very last second.
So now we got to punt the ball away. Hunter's going to be standing at the very back of the end zone. At least the wind's at his back. So if he can just get it up into this breeze about 20, 25 miles an hour, and he does, and it's going to be returnable, though. 35-yard line. Here's a return to the 30. Flags are down. They're going to sling him down. Nope, he gets away. Now he goes down 33, but it's more than likely going to be a hold, block in the back, something. So 33, probably going to push it back about 10 yards or so.
Mary, did you notice that was actually a really good job by that punt returner of going back and catching it over his shoulder and then turning north and south? Hopefully the penalty will be against Grissom.
I think that's going to be the call. It'll be another penalty. Grissom looking for their second win of the year. Aggies trying to break that 23-game losing streak. It's going to take some help now, some luck. Because right now you're down to 15 with 10:46 left. At least a penalty against Grissom will push it back some. They're going to mark it off to the 43-yard line. That's where Grissom will start.
See if that was the white hat hasn't given us a signal. He's talking to one of the other referees. Let's see what he gives us.
Probably I think he said it was blocking the back, actually.
He said blocking the back? Yeah.
So Grissom takes over first down. They're on our 43-yard line. Got to hold them 3 and out. Got to get that ball back. Grissom now going into the wind. Quarterback drops back. Pressure's coming. Steps up. Moves left side. Being chased. Throws it down. Unless I got it. 30-yard line. Nice pass into the breeze. Receiver makes a catch. Steps out of bounds around the 28-yard line.
That's one of the things that I talked about in pregame that Coach Dutton really likes about Seth Liebern and the opportunity of him being able to play football on Saturdays. He's in the pocket. Pocket begins to break down, uses his legs, escapes the pocket, rolls here to the near side. Receiver comes back to help him. Pitch and catch, moves the chains.
Clock stopped, out of bounds play. 10:46 left, right in front of the Aggie band from the 29. Liebern steps back, hands off, hit in the backfield. Laredo gets away from him. Still running, almost got away. He drops the ball, loose ball picked up by the quarterback. He's going to run it and be knocked out of bounds at about the 30. That was a crazy play. It ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Guys, the ball just has not bounced our way tonight. I mean, it's killing me.
I mean, your running back, Coach, gets spun around in the pile. And of the 97 ways that ball can pop out, where does it roll to? To the feet of the quarterback.
And it bounces just about up in his gut.
Yeah. Second down, 11. Clock stopped. 10:35 to go in the game. From the Aggie 30-yard line, Grissom up a 15. Going into the wind. Liebern, the quarterback, the snap, steps back, pressure's coming.
There it is.
Throws it wide open. 15. Avoids one man to the 10, to the 5, to the 4. First and goal. Grissom, the blitz was on. Got rid of it to a wide open receiver.
Coach, it's that skinny post. That skinny post and them slot receivers. We have not defensively been able to figure out an answer for that because he's getting behind the linebackers. He's watching the secondary and actually had 2 skinny posts to choose from through to the one here along the near side for a big gain.
Well, they know we're either blitzing linebackers or we're playing a ton of man. Our guys are vacating, they're chasing, and then it's an easy pitch and catch.
First and goal, 4-yard line. A touchdown here would be a killer. Liebern, hands off, up the middle. He's got a hole to the 1, to the goal line. He's in. And that's going to be tough to come back from that one. 35-14 with 10:01 to go in the game.
Underneath handoff, left side of the offensive line did a really good job of kind of getting our defensive line on skates. And at the end of the day, it's number 4, DJ Padgett, who goes in, and he's not touched until he's going into the end zone, Barry.
Yeah, and Grissom just got a flag thrown on him for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Big difference here, Chris. First half, they couldn't run the ball. Intention to run the ball, and boy, they have.
And also passing-wise, guys, they have thrown for 300 yards passing.
Just those long passes over the middle, getting behind their defenders, and killing us. So Grissom will kick. I'm guessing they'll mark that off on the kick. So for the point after, 35-14, Aggies led 14-13 at the half. So now 22 unanswered points. And for the extra point, full wind right in their face, and the rain is coming back. The snap, it's down, it's up. Ooh, they go under the barn. No good. No good. We'll take a timeout. 10:01 to go in the game. Grissom up 35-14. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
The furniture.
Begin the half.
We've had opportunities. That's what really hurts. And this one's gut wrenching because we've had opportunities. The ball, they put the ball on the ground a ton.
Yeah.
And we've had penalties, but they've had a lot of penalties too. And it just seems like every time they've hit the ball's hit the ground for them, it's just bounced right back to them.
Their receivers are just torched us over the middle. Their defensive line has killed us here in the second half. Here's the kick. They mark off the penalty, so it's kicking 10 yards deeper, and it's returnable. Aggies have got it 20. Talik Saint, 25 to the 30. Avoids one man. Another good run. Gets to the corner. He's got a block. 45. Flags down. Midfield, they'll shove him out of bounds. So a flag down. That's probably going to be against the Aggies, you would think. Good return, but a lot of it's going to come back.
Boy, they're going to get Peyton Jones, and I know we don't call out penalties a lot, but I'm calling this one for Peyton. Because Peyton shot his hands up there like you're told to shoot your hands up in there. and he is blocking the socks off of one of the Grissom guys, Coach, right there in front of you. And they throw a holding call. And in any game that I ever played, when you shoot your hands up in there and you got them in the numbers and you got them around the chest part of their shoulder pad, and you're just blocking their socks off, that is not a hold.
You talking about that steering wheel we teach them how to get their hands on?
That's exactly right. Get it on the lower part of the steering wheel and take them to the house.
They back it up to the 45-yard line. That's where we will start. 9:50 to go in the game. CJ steps out, 3 men wide left side, 1-2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield other than Zuniga. Sends Dez in motion and a whistle before the snap. If that's another motion by one of the receivers, this
is
goodness.
But Barry, I'm going to be honest with you. Dez might be glad that play was called dead because there was a linebacker that had him saw what was going on, and Coach had him lined up from about 7 yards out.
How many motion penalties we got on the snap?
That'll be the 6th one.
Goodness. So now back to 1st and 15. Back to the 40-yard line. 9:49 left. CJ the snaps. Jumps back. Pressure's coming. Throws incomplete.
Nope. Intercepted.
Always an intercepted. The ball bounced.
Yep. It did.
I think the Grissom player caught it on the ricochet.
Coach, did that hit number 15 in the back and then go inside, and 45, the linebacker coming to the play, picked that off?
John, it hit him in the back, and somehow an oblong ball bounced like a round ball right back into his guy in his chest.
Unbelievable.
It just, the ball, I don't know what to say. The ball just, it's not bouncing our way tonight at all. There's been opportunities here, and that's just another crazy one.
Yeah. The Grissom takes over another interception on our 45-yard line. 9:41 left. They'll be happy just to run some clock. Grissom next week plays at Gunnersville. So they'll take over on the interception on our 45-yard line. When it goes bad in a hurry. We had
I'll tell you what.
Had a motion penalty, then an interception. I think we now have a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 9:41 left. Grissom leads by 21. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Save big, sell bigger. Now list your home for 2% with RE/MAX Gunnersville and RE/MAX Heritage in Arab as they've embraced the new changes in real estate. Call the number on the screen to talk with an agent to find out how you can now keep more of what's yours by listing your home for 2%. Discover the difference with RE/MAX, one of the most trusted names in real estate, where you know you're always getting quality service. Make that call today to start your 2% listing where you'll keep more of what's yours and save big, sell bigger.
Coming out of the timeout, Grissom ball on our 45-yard line, 35-14, and to think we led 14-13 at the half. Grissom come back, 22 unanswered points. 1st and 10 on our 45-yard line. Liebern hands off, tries the middle. 45, he's wrapped up by a couple of Aggies. Christian Ramirez is there. Again, what a game he's having. And a couple more, Laura Saint, I think, and Froelich. Those four have had a great game.
An absolutely wonderful game up front. Barry, I think that Coach Dutton across the way kind of believes your philosophy now with a 35-14 lead, and that big offensive line looks like he's going to, at least with his first snap coming out of that, decided to run the football to eat the clock.
I just burned clock. Right now you're down to 9:09 to go in the game. No gain on the last run, 2nd down and 10. He's got 3 receivers right side, 1 to the right. Liebern, the quarterback, the snap, hands off straight up the middle, hit in the backfield. He is driven backwards. I couldn't say which Aggie it was that stood him up. Froelich was there. Jones was there. I guess same 4 as last play. He paid for that. No gain.
Just kind of wash, rinse, and repeat when you're talking about the same names on defense and keep making the same tackles.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Clock continues. 8:35. Aggies off next week. Will be in Geraldine. And last check, Geraldine, I would say, pulling off an upset, beating Boaz. Beating them badly. 3rd down and 10 from the 45. Man in motion. Liebern back to pass. Pressure goes. Throws. Ooh. There's like almost a forearm to the face by a big 55 to Keegan Thompson. Did you see that?
I've seen that, yeah.
A little more like a bad wrestling move.
Hey, Barry, you talking about a couple of games we've been keeping up with. Etowah is now up by 7, 27-20, late in the 4th quarter against Southside. But the game that you were all looking at, Geraldine 42, Boaz 20 in the fourth quarter.
That's surprising. I know Geraldine is good, but I thought, Boaz's passing game might be hard to handle.
What about that 5 score?
They're going to punt the ball away. The kick, low line drive into the wind, but nobody's back. It's going to hit the 20, the 10, the 5. I tell you, everything is going wrong. The ball all the way down to the 1 yard line. 1 yard line.
Man.
Field position has not been their friend here in the second half either.
That ball actually rolled inside the 1. I mean, it's at the half line right now. That is crazy.
So the Aggies will have it with 8:06 left, down by 21.
Hey, Keith, to answer your question, it is final in Gadsden at Coosa Christian High School. Final score, Coosa Christian 29-5-2.
That's a weird score.
When's the last time they've scored 2? You've got to think that Peyton Anderson may not have played in that game. So goodness.
Wow. Sparkman won tonight over May Jemison, guys, 31-7 as well. Bob Jones lost.
This is like crazy football game night. There's some surprising scores everywhere. Okay, Aggies come out from the half-yard line, going the other way, 8:06 left. Wind at her back. You'll have Talik Saint wide right side. I believe that's Dez. I can't say who the other receiver is, wide left, and maybe Swift. And the snap straight up the middle, getting a little bit of running room to the 2, to the 3. Just straight up the gut. Was that, did CJ follow his blocking? I couldn't see. It's just a mass of humanity right there in the middle.
Coach, you're right down there, Phil. That looked like that was just a rugby scrum to kind of get it off the half-yard line.
Yeah, he did, and G-Man came up behind him and helped him move. Offensive line, and right behind Big Christian Ramirez right there did a great job.
So gain of a couple. It'll be second down and 8 from the 3-yard line. 7:35 to go in the game. Clock running. Aggies with the ball. CJ the snap. The G-Man. G-Man will try to bounce it left side. He's going nowhere but down. They dropped him. They even be a loss of a yard. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and about 7 or 8 yards.
Barry, seems like that all game long when we ran between the tackles and we ran at Grissom is when we were able to get positive yards. Every time we bounced it, seems to have gotten us into trouble a little bit.
I think too much speed around the corners. We can't get around the corners, so it's third down and 8. Down to 7 minutes left on the 3-yard line. CJ from the end zone, drops back, throws it right side, throws it up for grabs. Talik is there. He goes, well, the wind got it out of bounds. CJ was hit late, but no flag thrown in the end zone. So fourth down, we'll have to punt it away. No field position, there's a whole lot you can do with it.
How many punts? Is this the third, or I know at least the third, if not the fourth punt that Albertville's been punting their own end zone?
Well, guys, and 2, that's the 9th incomplete pass that Finnegan has thrown.
First half, he had much better numbers. But he's had no time and too much pressure here in the second half. Their defense came out, defensive line and offensive line, with their own mission here in the second half. Hunter Smith to kick it away, end over end, good kick. Going to bounce 35 to the 40, 45, and he'll step away and let it bounce to about midfield. That's where Grissom will start with 6:42 left in the game. High school football scoreboard coming up next. All the scores, a lot of the surprising scores, the naming of the team of the week. Maybe a tough choice tonight because you got some upsets.
Yeah.
You got Coosa Christian, you got the Geraldine game, you got Etowah. There's a lot of games here surprising. We thought if the Aggies could hang on to this one, they would have a shot, because I know they're playing a team that's won one game, but when you've lost 23 straight, a win is huge.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So now it's going to drop to 24 in a row. And it doesn't get easier when we play Huntsville coming up in 2 weeks. Off next Friday. First and 10, Grissom from the 49-yard line. Cleburne, the quarterback, hands off up the middle. They're going to stand him up. He's still fighting for some yardage. Good job just to get a couple of them out. One of the first Aggies, I believe that was 59. He just checked in. Yeah, good job by Hunter Alford on the tackle.
Yeah, I thought that was a great job by Hunter Alford right there, coming up in his linebacker position, making a great tackle, getting the running back down to the line, only a gain of a yard. Hunter Alford, good job, guys.
There's another sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yep. A gain of a yard, second and 9. Clock running halfway through the fourth quarter.
Barry, looks like we got Kevin Bravo, 5'10", 285-pound sophomore, that's checked in here at the defensive tackle position.
Cleburne hands off up the middle, tries to sidestep. One man does. He'll fall forward to the 45-yard line. Jesse Gonzalez Helps out on the tackle. It's going to be a short gain. It'll be 3rd down and long. Grissom on the Aggie 45-yard line. 5:45 left.
Guys, got to give credit where credit is due. Their center, Brady Jones, he's an 11th grader. He's 5'11", listed at 352. He looks like he's a Bojangles biscuit away from being 400. I'm just telling you. But he really does do an excellent job out there. He basically takes care of who's in front of him by himself, and that allows everybody else to go to the second level.
3rd down and 6. Lever in the snap. He's going to roll right side. He's going to keep it. Cuts, runs, and will not get the first. Going to be cut down around the 42-yard line, about 3 yards short of the first. They may go for it. I think I would have. Then again, the way they've been punting it, they've been punting the ball inside the 2-yard line every time they punt it.
Yeah.
I've been watching a little JFK conspiracy stuff, and I've learned about the magic bullet. They got a magic football over there.
Do.
I'm telling you. That thing hits the ground. It looks like a watermelon rolling. It'll roll 30 yards on its side somehow.
I don't know where they got it, but it really is like one of those you play with when you're a kid in the back of those old hard rubber footballs.
The old pea ball.
It is.
Yeah.
So the clock running, 4:39 left. Not sure if they're going to, I think they're going to punt. Yeah, they're going to let the clock wind down.
You know what I remember most about that plastic PE ball is we had a guy named Coach Young in middle school. He would air that thing up to where it was like a brick so it would never leak air. If the point of that thing ever hits you in the head, they might have to take you to the neuro trauma unit. That may kill you.
Grissom has called a timeout. They let the clock wind down. Now they're going to punt the ball away. The way So now we're set. They will punt it away. Hunter Smith steps back. Okay, it's into the wind. Has the wind died down any at all, Keith?
No. If anything, it's picked up, and the rain started again.
So it's just been a very windy night. Rained early on, stopped. Now it's coming back again. The kick almost blocked again. We already blocked one. Returned it for a touchdown. Not this one. This one's going to bounce, and the way it bounces, it usually rolls to the 1. But it's going to stop at the 23.
Guys, it still hit somehow and then rolled 18 yards. And the wind stopped all momentum, and it hit and rolled 18 yards.
That's one of them old Boyd balls, you know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, magic football theory down here.
So the Aggies will get it again. I'd say first half was probably one of the best halves of football we played offensively, and especially defensively. But then Grissom came out just a totally different team in the second half, offensive line and defensive line. So we'll start 3:53 to go in the game. 35-14 Grissom leads. Aggies led by 1 at the half.
Late fourth quarter, Southside just scored. Southside Etowah tied at 27.
23. Parker Gibson in the game throws. Nice pass. Nice catch. Talik Saint, 40. Gets a block. 45. Breaks free. Midfield. Still running. 45. Stiff arms. 40. They'll finally throw him out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. No flags. And that was a nice pass right there by Parker Gibson. First down, Albertville.
Talik Saint gets underneath the coverage. He got a defensive back on his outside shoulder, breaks to the inside on a quick slant. And you said it, Parker Gibson puts the ball exactly where he needs it, and then Talik gets north and south. That's a great pitch and catch.
First down on the Grissom 35. Clock stopped, 3:40 left. Gibson back to pass. Throws left side, got his man complete. Sweat trying to shake a tackler, cannot. They'll bring him down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be no gain, 2nd and 10. Clock running with 3:25 to go.
Out route right there. Brand Sweat able to catch it with the backside shoulder. He tried to slam on the brakes, Barry, and pivot, come back to the middle of the field. But when he did, he kind of ran into the pursuit. No gain.
2nd down and 10. Talik Saint wide right side. Dez Revolt the left side. In the backfield, I believe Laredo. Yes, back to pass. Gibson throws right side. Wobbly pass, but caught by Saint. It was wobbly, but it got to where it needed to go. Saint makes the catch close to the first, maybe a half a yard short. 3rd down and about, it's going to be 3rd down, a half a yard.
Defensive backs are playing off a little bit just so we don't give up anything big, or excuse me, that they don't give anything big over the top. Talik recognizes that, slams on the brakes, great pitch and catch.
Gibson back to pass, throws to the middle, throws it high. Kobe Watson was there, overthrew him. He was open at about the 13, incomplete. It'll be 4th down and half a yard.
Coach, think he had to get rid of that one a little earlier than he wanted to. Had pressure from big number 73, and 73 is no little guy. He's a 12th grader, 336-pounder coming right at you.
Yeah, but it looked like 14 might have been open on the play. You know, if he could have held it just another second, might have had a big play.
It was open over the middle, 4th down, half a yard. Laredo in the backfield with Gibson. Clark stopped. 2:37 to go in the game on the Grissom 25-yard line. Aggies on the move. Gibson drops back, rolls right side. Luke's going to tuck it and run. I don't know if he got the first. I think he was knocked out of bounds before he got there, and he did not get it.
Short.
And it's going to be Grissom ball.
Barry, that looked like it was a designed quarterback run the entire way. Either that or he just kind of made up in his mind that he could get that yardage. But, I mean, credit Grissom. They came right down the line of scrimmage, pushed him out about a foot short.
I don't think he realized it was 4th down, to be honest.
I don't think he did either.
Because he went back like the huddle, and then there was no huddle. Offense was coming off the field. So they will turn it over on downs, and Grissom will take over with, let's say, on the 26-yard line, 2:28 to go in the game.
Barry, your Boaz-Geraldine game's just gone final. 49-20, Geraldine with the win over Boaz.
That is a surprising win. Not that Geraldine couldn't beat them. I'm just surprised they did. So we'll see Geraldine play next Friday night at home against Collinsville. First down, Grissom, new quarterback in the game for the Tigers. That's Peyton Talley. Talley the snap, turns, hands off, straight up the middle. Going to be hit. Christian Ramirez will drive him backwards. Loss on the play. A couple of new Aggies coming into the game. Here comes Trey Bright has checked in. Also, Brody Darnell checks in.
Like Christian's coming off holding the side of his head, guys. He kind of been over here. He may
have a seagull flew into his head.
Yeah. May just got hit funny.
They have. So if there's any other new Aggies, it'll be 2nd down and 12. Down 1:49 to go in the game. Grissom, big second half, gonna come back and win this one. They're leading at 35-14 right now. 2nd down and 11. Let the play clock wind down. Grissom may be their 2nd win of the year. The snap, I don't know where it went. Who's got it? It's loose. Aggies have got it. To the 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the 3, to the 2. Did he get in?
He scored.
Touchdown. Yeah. Keith, what happened on that play?
Wow. The old hidden ball trick, guys. I have no idea what happened right there, how the ball ended up in our player's hands, but he took advantage, went and scored him a touchdown.
I think the center snapped it seriously, and it hit him and bounced free, and the Aggies recovered it. And on the touchdown, picked it up. Nice job by Draven Hendricks. Hendricks recovers, takes it for a touchdown.
That's awesome. It looked like one of those where it was a shotgun snap, and just, you hate to say it, that it kind of hit the inside of the leg of the center.
Yeah.
It's bouncing around on the ground. Nobody is, and Draven's able to pick that thing up and run 26 yards, and then credit him at the end.
Yeah.
You talk about laying out like a running back to get that ball in there. Great play by Draven.
Good job with 1:21 left. So the Aggies for the point after. We have a timeout. I don't think we had enough. I don't think Grissom had enough players. So the Aggies score. So we've had a couple of not special teams, had a special teams block punt for a touchdown. Now we've had a fumble recovery, a scoop and score.
This has been the craziest football game I think I've been to in a while.
It has. It's been a crazy night around the area with some of the scores coming in. So now we're ready for the point after. Aggies get a week off, and then the second half of the schedule. Hard to believe the season's already halfway over.
It is halfway over.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Just dawned on me.
So the snap, the kick is up. It looks good. It squeezed through. It is good. We'll take a timeout. 1:21 left. 35-21 Grissom on top. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
You managed to pass.
scoring drive. The Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring drive was a scoop and score.
Yeah, just kind of a scoop and score. Ball just kind of fumbles around on the ground. Draven Hendricks, man, Johnny on the spot, able to scoop it up. Takes it 26 yards all the way to the house. Extra point up and good. Aggies get a little bit closer, Barry. I've seen crazier things happen. Minute 21 to go. Grissom leads 35-21.
You got to think onside kick. You got to. We have to win it or back. I would just pooch it up as high as you could kick it. He's got the shoes to do it.
Oh, come on now. He looks like $1 million out here, boys.
Yeah, Rafael Juarez, the kicker. He's got the bright orange ones. But I don't know what color you call those, but he's going to have a holder. The wind's blowing it so hard.
Yeah, but you don't want Hunter to be the holder. It takes
He's
him away
the
from
ones you want to go down there and, yeah. Now
maybe just told him to back up.
Yeah, I think now the ball should stay. The kick going to bounce, and it's right into a one-hopper, right into the up man, and they'll take over. They'll just run a couple of snaps, and the Aggies will end up losing the homecoming game to Grissom. 35-21 right now is the score with a minute 21 left.
Guys, number 61, Landon Bearden, a freshman, checking in defensive line, as is, that's sophomore Hunter Alford. Trey Bright is out there. I was trying to see the other one if he can get turned around. Is that 88 on the far side?
Brody Darnell is out there.
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
I think that's the only new faces in there at the moment. So it's first down, Grissom. Quarterback will turn, hands off, bounces it right side. They got him by the jersey. They will hang on for dear life, and they'll drag him down about a 7-yard gain. Cooper McClendon made the tackle.
Guys, it looks like they've got their starters in.
They have. He's taking no chances.
I guess that first half scared him enough. We're going to leave these guys in the entire time.
So under a minute to go. First half looked so promising. Aggies led 14-13. This Grissom came out a different ball team here in the second half. Offensive line, defensive line. This controlled the entire half. After a couple of snaps, Grissom going to be in Gunnersville next Friday night, or playing at Gunnersville. Gunnersville the night off tonight. Play clock at 5. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Not going down yet. I tell you, I think you need to learn that this late in the game, you don't stand up there and give defense a free shot at you.
Yeah. Man, I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm somebody like on the outside of corner, they got him stood up.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's that go again, Coach?
Yeah. It's a Ric Flair woo is what that is. I come in and smoke it.
The clock will wind down, and this one is over. A tough loss on homecoming. Looked promising in the first half. Grissom hangs on, wins it 35-21. We'll take a timeout, come back to the final stats and talk to Coach Brown. Final score again, Grissom beats Albertville 35-21. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.